Live.
Very live. Jesus fucking Christ. Welcome back, one and all. Christ. Okay, so, Krendar, I've got to fix you up. So, welcome back to...
Oh, and
there.
your volume, too. Holy crap.
Yeah, well, that's on my phone. But I can't...
Well, I'm hearing it, so...
Yeah.
Everybody else is hearing it, too.
Let's lower it down a little bit. Welcome back to one and only Bearded Ramblings, episode 13. We are joined by Krendar, who is currently a empty void. I need to fix that. And Lush Gaming, who has frozen into the sands of time and is now forever both frozen and a cartoon.
Very cartoony.
You two talk among yourselves.
Well, so much better.
In front of you.
You two talk among yourselves while I get this fixed.
It's like you've got like an orange glass lens in front of your glasses lens.
I know.
Inside. What is that?
Maybe it's a play on rose-colored glasses.
Oh,
yeah, we'll go with that.
Sure. It's just a thing that seemed artistically cool at the time, right?
Yeah, it was something. I mean, I didn't draw it. Actually got it commissioned. It was quite the experience.
I mean, sometimes that's half the fun of getting an artist that's creative and it can just go on their own.
Yeah,
just ask them to draw you and see what happens.
That's pretty much how it went. I was like, hey, I've never done this before, but this is what I look like. So if you can make something that looks like this, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
I kind of went from there.
You get a mix with arts. Like sometimes I remember trying to commission somebody to draw something for me once, and they wanted every single detail of what I wanted down to the gnat's ass, and I'm just like, I don't know what I want. I want an artist to come up with something creative.
Exactly.
That's why I came to you. You're the artist, not me. I don't know.
If I was a creative person, then I wouldn't have this issue.
Like I just want to describe something vague, and then it becomes a picture.
Exactly.
Just wave your hands wildly and go, this, and then wander off.
But luckily I found an artist who is like that, so I was able to get some stuff drawn for me that turned out to look really cool, and I never would have been able to spit out of my own brain. It's like, oh, yeah, okay, I can describe this vague concept to you, and now it's a picture. I like this.
That's pretty much what she did. And I mean, she's like, well, okay, I've got some ideas. So she would like throw me the sketches and whatnot. And I was like, okay, well, can we change this a little bit? I think the first one had like this big toothy smile, and I don't smile like that. So it was very weird to see it. I was like, okay, let's close her mouth.
I know what you mean. Actually, it's a little bit ironic for me because like, a couple of times I've had somebody draw an avatar of me that I can use for forum avatars or my YouTube avatar or whatever. And they always draw me like really exaggerated my beard out. It's like, well, that's way bigger than my actual beard, but okay, sure, why not?
The one you have now.
But now I'm actually starting to grow it out, so I'm actually starting to grow into what my avatar's beard is.
So, did the avatar come first, or did the man come first?
A little bit of both.
That's the question. Yeah. A little bit of both.
I like to think that they're like two sides of the same creature that broke away at birth. And like that represents it's like a Jekyll and Mr. Hyde sort of thing. No, it would be Dorian Gray. The avatar will get older and you'll stay the same.
Oh, I would love if that's how it worked.
Yeah,
it would be beautiful forever.
Considering
you will be in our hearts.
I'll just keep turning into a battery. Apparently.
Actually, you look like you're turning into a Matrix character today, there, Lev.
I feel very I feel like an early 2000s neckbeard who saw the Matrix and now is living it, but is not allowed into most public places due to them always wielding a katana. I'll become the meme of the neckbeard soon enough. I just need to. I just need to forget how to talk to women. So, Lush Gaming, for the rest of the evening, you are now a femoid, and you will either be a misguided victim of our feminine femiarchy, or you will be a bitch because you blocked me on Twitter.
I know, right?
Yeah,
There's only two sides of this. There's only two ways it could go.
Have you guys seen trad cells? People who like want women to be like degraded back to the 1800s sort of mindset, where they're like they're in a the stereotype is that they want like them in like Dutch garb, like traditional Dutch garb, but they're like running through fields of wheat, happy that they can't read and write, while they're off like cutting wood and like burly as fucking hell, and you're just there like, yeah, let's have a picture of you. Oh, you're pasty, you're flabby, and you're probably a virgin. Yeah, I don't think that's kind of reality at work.
It's very sad.
Yeah.
Don't worry though, Lev, you can never become a neckbeard because you have beard on your actual face as well.
Damn right. In fact, it's creeping upwards. It's reached my cheekbones now. At this point, I might get my hair back in reverse.
I hate to disappoint you, but I'm pretty sure that's not how that works.
He'll find a way to make it work.
You and your logic, give me something to hold on to, for Christ's sake.
I will let you have the pipe dream.
Yeah,
I'm making him feel better. I got rid of my hair voluntarily just to make him feel better.
Oh, it was a solidarity thing. That's adorable.
No, it was actually my COVID haircut. I didn't want to go to the barbershop with the whole COVID thing going around, so I just decided to do it myself. And I knew I was going to screw it up, so I just buzzed it.
Well, it looks good on you though.
Thank you.
Can pull off the buzz.
I think it's because I'm growing the beard out. That's what's making it work.
Same.
I think if I didn't have the beard, it wouldn't work so well.
Some people just can't pull it off though, even with the beard. It's like their heads are just like lumpy and lopsided, and it's very weird. You have a very good head for that kind of haircut, so bravo to you.
Thank you.
When I lost the beard,
I molded my head very carefully for this.
Just for this specific purpose.
As a child, you were like those tribes that used to like put swaddling cloth around the skull so it'd grow in a particular way.
No, in my case, I just made sure Mom dropped me on the floor and on my head in a very specific way.
It was a bonding exercise, you know?
Yeah.
Plus, if you ever want to become an American footballer, you know, you've got the perfect skull for it. You have to take tons of...
I thought we were going for a brain damage joke on that one.
Oh, I mean, yeah. That could easily be a brain damage joke.
Yeah.
But that's no joking matter. You're all horrible people if you laugh at that. But then you're worse people. No. You're worse people if you don't laugh at my joke, because then you'll make me feel bad.
Wait, wouldn't you want you to feel
Entrapment. Isn't it a beautiful word? And do you know what else is? Shilling.
Decent movie?
Shilling?
No, Entrapment.
Oh, okay.
Entrapment?
Entrapment. Sandal would be a very different character if that was the case.
I still think it's hilarious that I actually got to see the actor who did that voice doing that voice, and he makes the silliest faces when he does that voice.
I keep picturing the guy who played Samwise Gamgees from The Hobbit doing that. But no, before we go on any further, while I still remember, we have ourselves a goal down here in the corner, hence the shilling. Bearded Boozathon. If you guys donate, don't let the numbers down there fool you. This will be good to go till the charity stream at the end of the year. But if you guys donate and we reach our goal, Krandar and I are going to pick some top shelf, high energy Boozathon to do a Boozathon. So we have actually been thinking about, should we do it in special for it? But I think we're just going to have a lot more cringe to laugh at.
That sounds amazing.
Oh, it's going to be glorious.
We'll be properly inebriated to be able to tolerate the cringe.
And even appreciate the nuances of it. Like, Lush, I just realized you don't know a lot of the people we might talk about or look at tonight, because you're not really a part of the DP, DFF universe, are you? You don't really watch them much, do you?
I don't even know what that is, to be quite honest with you.
The Drunken Peasants?
Nope, never heard of it.
It's a podcast that basically makes fun of dumb stuff that happens online.
Oh, Oh, that sounds awesome.
To boil it down too much.
We're kind of all floating around in that sort of sea. I mean, we've got our own stuff, but and we have interests outside it. But for the most part,
we do gaming stuff ourselves as well. But that's another show that we like to watch.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
But most of our audience knows a lot of these people, so. One thing that they've done they've been doing this, especially Drunken Peasants have been doing this for years, and they've created quite the cast of people who have become a bit legendary or infamous, depending on who you ask, throughout the community. Like, for example, take Buff Corell, who you will be seeing tonight, because it's always a good night when we have Buff Corell on. He's more legendary than infamous.
I mean, he's kind of an equal mix of both, really.
It depends on who you're asking for what reasons. But like, if I show,
save him for the end, though.
Yeah, he's a good palate cleanser for all the other shit that we go through. But yeah, it should be a good night. Also, Krendar, remember I said we might have to find someone for next week if Ashley isn't down. She's actually, she said the opposite. If anything, she'll have less to do, so she'll be on board. So, yeah, so Ashley, my friend Ashley, who if you've watched my travel videos, would recognize her from the States, my friend from Omaha. She'll be joining us for Halloween, and she'll be joining us in full cosplay.
Nice. Do we know what it'll be yet?
I do, but I don't want to spoil it.
Oh, my.
Yeah.
No spoilers.
No spoilers. Yeah, she's already getting very psyched for it.
Whereas I have very little I can do for a costume myself, but maybe I'll wear my chef's hat.
That would be good.
Look, instant costume, perfect.
I've got my old Soviet hat I can throw on.
I'm not gonna wear my chef's jacket though, because that shit is way too warm.
Oh, I know what I could do to wear. I'll wear my trench coat and my fedora with all the buttons on it.
So you'll dress up like yourself.
Pretty much. But I don't dress up like like that on this show. Originally because I had the different type of headgear because the mic was all over the place. Now, but winter is coming, so I wouldn't say no for a little bit of the old warmth.
Also, I have a question. Speaking of shilling as well, so Lush Gaming, what have you been doing in your channel lately? What game are you working through these days?
I've been trying to work through some creepy games that I've had in my Steam library forever. So the most recent one that we actually played was Franbo.
Oh yeah, classic.
That was really creepy to see the blood and the dismembered things everywhere. I was just like, oh my god.
Have you also tried Little Misfortune?
I played that last week, actually, and I think Franbo is worse. Worse in the creepy factor.
Just because I noticed that they're connected. So
they are. And Little Misfortune, I thought was dark. It was dark. It was a little twisted. But I was like, okay, I can get through this, and I got through the whole game, and then I started Franbo. Oh,
the lady doing the little girl's voices, it's just...
Oh, it's fantastic.
Adorable.
She's fantastic voice actor. I absolutely loved it. Since Franbo doesn't have that any voiceovers, I had to do it myself, and I'm not a very good voiceover actress.
Well, practice makes perfect.
Yeah, maybe one day. But that game was definitely creepier, I think, than Little Misfortune. There was a lot more blood and gore.
Called Dark with a Q. Have you seen that one?
I have not. I've not seen that
DARQ.
one.
It's pretty good. It's only like 2 hours or so, but it was pretty fun. It had a nice creepy atmosphere to it. There was some weird WTF. It was neat.
And I like weird WTF moments.
Yeah, I like creepy atmospheric horror games. I don't like just cheap jump scare stuff. I like the stuff that makes you feel like vaguely unsettled and weirded out.
Oh yeah, definitely. And I like a good story. It has to have a good story.
Yeah, you gotta get
I love
invested
games with that. Yeah, you definitely have to be invested in it. Jump scares will get me screaming every time, but I definitely like the more unsettling, creepier factor of games than just
Absolutely.
your
Have you played
default jump
Soma?
scares.
Have you played the game Soma?
Soma. No, I
SOMA?
have it, but I haven't played it yet.
I thought that was quite good on the atmospheric creepiness and all that. It was quite a good one, actually.
I'm gonna have to give
Recommend
it a
that.
try.
I burned
It's got a
through
little
all
bit
my.
of a amnesia-ness feel to it, except sci-fi.
Oh, Amnesia was fantastic.
Yeah,
At least the
there's a new
first
one
one
free on
was.
Epic, isn't it? Right now.
I don't know.
Is it?
I think so. I think I
If
downloaded
not, I
it.
think it's really cheap.
Of course, they remade it.
I don't
so
think it's not one of the current 2 weekly free games, but
I think it was last week. That's what I'm thinking.
Maybe.
Mm,
It's probably cheap anyway, but I would recommend looking into. If you like Amnesia, look into Soma.
definitely.
It's got
I'm
a
going
cool
for
mystery
this.
going through the story as well, so that's neat.
Oh, I like that. That sounds awesome.
Right.
I definitely have to pick through my games because I know it's in there somewhere. I have like hundreds that I've gathered over the years from Steam sales and Humble
yeah.
Bundles.
You and me both.
So I really do need to pick through them at some point.
I should have tried to save on to some of my Dead Space games for Halloween, but as it was, I've only got Dead Space 3 to go through now, and oh my fucking Christ, like, while I don't hate the game, it just makes me so sad every time I play it, just what they did with the damn franchise.
Yeah, it's not as good. Like Dead Space 2 was by far the best.
By far. Well, one could genuinely scare you at times, but
1 was very
2
good as well, but
is
2
just an
was
all-round better game.
So much strong atmosphere to that game. 3 was okay, but it was more of an action game. It didn't have the horror
And
as much.
the microtransactions, like the in-game.
They weren't necessary, but it was kind of annoying that they were there. I will give them kudos for one thing, though. I like the fact that they have a 2-player option, and player 2 can actually hallucinate during the game.
Yeah.
Really?
But there is co-op areas.
In the game too, like Isaac isn't having hallucinations. Well, mostly not having hallucinations because he's kind of been through the ringer and kind of built up a resistance to it by this point.
Plus, the whole thing with the eye kind of sucked it out of him.
Right.
Oh, that sounds disgusting.
But the other guy doesn't have any of that experience, so he can trip balls during that game. And I just love that detail, especially if you're, actually playing 2 players and you're on comms with each other, and one person's freaking out while the other one's going, "I don't see anything. What's wrong with you?"
The thing with that, though, is that there's a co-op areas that are solely made to expand on the co-op character's storyline. But when you're playing it single player, they're like big fuck off signs. Like, haha, you can't get in here. This is an entire segment of the game that you paid for that you can't access. And I'm just there like...
True, but to be fair, it's a fairly small segment.
I know, but I've always been curious. Oh, I finally beat it...
I watched somebody play... I watched a Let's Play of 2 people playing that game co-op, so I got to see what was in there, and it is pretty cool, to be fair. Small section, but very cool.
I've got Awakening, the DLC for when that's done. That's the last bit of Dead Space material.
DLC for which game?
3.
For 3, okay.
Yeah, it's like a post-ending sort of storyline,
like an epilogue kind of thing.
Yeah, but
I haven't experienced that actually.
Same. So I'm going in blind. Although I did years ago spoil myself to see how the ending is. And can I just say this? Fucking dark. Like I was not expecting that
yeah.
To the point where I'm like, because they knew they could get away with it. Because they knew the series was dead at that point. Thank you, EA, for the
Honestly, though,
thing. On the Chronic Arts.
So much dark shit that it was just
the babies, the
baby.
There already were the babies in the first one, which was dark enough. But then in the second one, you go into like the kindergarten and all the creche and all the little babies that are just suicide bombs.
My favorite bit is the where you're looking through the
so
window and there's a
sad.
woman cradling one of the babies.
Yeah, she's lost her mind.
Like there's nothing wrong with her.
But she's covered in blood and gore, and like all these dead
Uh-huh.
bodies around her, and this one is just mutatedly crawling towards her. Come here, little one. Come on, sweetie. Yeah, and then
no.
explodes, and you see it through the glass, and the whole glass just turns red. Like it's just...
yeah, like you hear a boom, and then there's like a splatter of red on the window, and you don't see what actually happened, but you know what happened.
Yeah, it's also a great
especially when you have to start facing off against similar babies.
Yeah, in tiny corridors. Yeah,
like they're weirdly bloated, and their stomach is glowing. And
their heads are on backwards, and they're just these huge balls of explosive energy, making these weird.
So creepy.
Yeah.
Oh no, creepy.
It was glorious. I loved at the beginning. I always love a zombie outbreak at the very beginning when like suburbia is being attacked and overrun. I like that in the first Last of Us at the very beginning when the what would they call the culprits?
How the game begins with you getting to witness how it started.
Yeah, and it falls apart so quickly. So the same in Dead Space 2 when you... Oh, and don't worry, guys. We're going to get to videos and like in a minute, but we are called Bearded Ramblings. We can talk.
I also liked how Last of Us was based on a thing that's technically actually real.
Yeah, the zombie fungus that goes to ants.
The cordyceps fungus.
That's the word I was looking for.
It's a real thing. It's just that it only does that to ants and other bugs. Yeah. You can't do that to humans.
Imagine it happening like it all falls apart so quickly. The universe.
Yeah.
Very 28 Days Later. Very Train to Busan. Great fucking movie, by the way. That. But the in 2, I liked when you were going through like the apartment blocks, and you could hear how each and every person is dealing with it behind these doors, and they're just sound effects. But then suddenly one of the doors is triggered to explode, and you never know which. And out of it comes, you actually hear the fight, like, honey, what are you doing? Get away, get up, no. You hear like, it goes quiet, and next minute the door smashes open, and
is it actually randomized which door it'll be?
Yeah, there's only 3 doors to pick from, so eventually you can just like take your guesses. But
I've only played through once, so I didn't notice.
Oh yeah, this is probably when I finished it on this channel last, it probably was my 5th time. So I've picked up a few little like touches here and there. Like the mine things. They're like barnacles that shoot blobs of explosives at you when they're like, trigger centered. They never waste ammo on them. Just pick something up and hurl it at them, and they're so trigger sensitive they'll just launch themselves and kill themselves. Mm-hmm. So just little tricks like that. But
you can save a lot of ammo that way, because especially when you like
early on
limbs or things like that, it does so much damage.
I wish the games would stop telling you so much to how to kill them by this using their limbs against them. We get it, especially after game 3, you know?
Like, they just want to make sure that you do know.
Well, they only tell you like once or twice per game.
No, I remember Yahtzee's major concern for 3. Yeah, like it was like 5 times in like so many as 10 minutes. You get a message of like, remember to shoot the limbs off. Yeah,
that was getting excessive. Although I did like in 3 how you could tinker around with and like re-engineer your guns. That was cool. But I didn't like the fact that all of your ammo system was just like a universal ammo system.
Yeah, Mass Effect 3 did the same thing. I don't like it
when games do that, because when you have a universal ammo system, what you're really doing is saying, find your favorite gun and use it forever and ignore everything else.
Yeah, there's no real point putting it in a game if you're not going to like at least experiment with it.
Yeah, because like when you've got different ammo types for different guns, then you're basically forcing the player to at least have 2 or 3 options they can switch between. Because like, oh, I'm running low on this ammo, I better use this other thing that I've got plenty of ammo for a little while instead. I like having to do that kind of management. It's fun for me, you know?
Yeah, I've mostly played a lot of games like that where you had to constantly swap guns because you ran out of ammo for this gun. And I preferred that more. That seemed more immersive to me. Like you can't just pick up random ammo.
Variety in your guns. Like if you're just using one gun for the whole game, like maybe it's a great gun, but that's still kind of boring.
Definitely.
Speaking of boring, did you guys? Now here's a segue. Did you guys see the debate last night?
Nah.
I unfortunately missed it, and I haven't gotten a chance to look through it today.
I fortunately missed it.
Yeah, I was gonna say you didn't miss
by
much.
ignoring it on purpose.
I mean, I heard it was better than the first one.
It was more civil.
How could it be better than the first one? That was the best one.
Well, I think the question would be, how could it be worse than the first one?
Well, it depends
I
who
don't
you're
think you
asking.
can go much further down after that.
Worse as in debate quality or entertainment quality?
Yeah. At this point, I just
question.
want, like, it's not going to convince one person one way or another, so it might as well be entertaining. They might as well get into like do a Japanese game show where they're like climbing up a wall full of foam and answering questions while getting slimed on every time they say something that's factually incorrect.
By the way, I love this title. Biden and Trump offer sharply different visions for nations. Well, duh.
Really, I thought they were the same. Hell, depending on who you ask, they are the exact same person, which is so fucking stupid.
Some people are pretty stupid.
Yeah.
I
haven't seen Trump going around sniffing children's hair.
And I haven't seen. Well, actually, I've heard he sniffs other parts of people's bodies, and usually gets peed on at the same time, which I don't believe. But I love how angry he got when that was accused of him. That
My favorite thing about that whole thing was, why does literally anybody care about that?
Honestly, if he turned
around, there's a lot of things that people focus on that shouldn't be cared about.
Exactly, like. Do I care if he paid a prostitute to pee on him? I don't give a damn. I
don't care about it, like if he was just anyone else. But the thing is, if he just turned around and said, yeah, I fucking did that. Like, I would be like, all right. It's like the...
At least you're owning it.
Yeah, at least it's like the vigilant Christian Mario going on about how he isn't gay, and then he goes off and has sex with male prostitutes.
I mean, let's be honest, the first 5 seconds of any of us seeing him on camera for the first time, we knew he was gay.
Flamboyantly gay.
He is the poster child for metrosexual.
Hell,
do you know this person, Lush?
Oh yeah, you wouldn't.
I don't think I've seen.
Do you know
him.
the vigilant Christian Mario?
I'm not good with names. I would have to see a face.
You got any footage handy?
Sure.
And just to add context to this, I am made uncomfortable every day by the fact that I am 2 hours away from this guy.
I hope you're not going to complain. There we are. He's famous for crying a lot. He
cries at the drop of a hat.
He does. And normally I'll be like, oh, that's kind of healthy to a degree, but not the way he does it.
Give us a reading on how strongly this guy sets off your gaydar.
All right, let's pick. I finished rehab. I'm a new man. Truth about should I have just one drink?
Is that part 5 or part 6?
I think it'll be like part 4 at that point. What happened to my
vigilant said this at least 5 or 6 times.
Wait, this was 3 months ago, so I'm guessing this was the last time.
Brother Mario, I pray you're having a wonderful day. I wanted to go ahead and create a video here to let you know that today is the day that I finally graduate from the residential treatment program that I got into about 10 months ago. Now, I wanted to make this video to let you know just
I also want to point out the fact that he's got a slightly different hairstyle every single video.
He must preem in front of the mirror for hours.
That is not something a straight man does.
Hey, plenty of straight men do that, but narcissists can be straight men. You know, like so.
Yeah, but if you're trying to be this pretty, you're at least bi.
Honestly,
you know what I'm saying?
Oh, wait.
Metrosexual.
There he goes. There he goes.
Try and hold it together. It's probably going to be
already
video because I did a lot of healing.
30 seconds in.
And I'm just so grateful and thankful that God did that.
Oh, and if at any point you're thinking we might be bullying a guy who's just trying to get healthy, this man has spent years and years saying everything is satanic. If it's popular, he'll go online and say it's satanic. He can't.
Like The Simpsons, Family Guy.
Rolex released a new watch, and he pointed out that had like symbols in it. He's incredible. He obviously thinks that homosexuality is evil. He thinks that like most things are a part of a satanic plot. He's not QAnon because I don't think he brings really race into it, but I do think that he brings...
There's no reason for him to be QAnon because he's not American.
There's none.
I mean, there's QAnon all around the world, though. They're not just in America.
I know some English QAnon.
Then again, Well, both you and I, Lev, know a certain Englishman who was obsessed with Trump, so
That's
don't we?
true. However, I was actually thinking more like his fans. I imagine there's some people who watch him who are definitely QAnon.
Probably.
In England and like places like that, and in Ireland too. Actually, I know I've met someone who is QAnon, and they honestly think of like some sort of Jewish global conspiracy.
In my life.
Jeez.
Oh, he's an anti-vaxxer too.
And so I graduated
No,
today,
not
and I'm going
anti-vaxxer.
into
What, your
my
friend
second
is or
day.
Mario is?
Oh, probably Mara to some religious degree. He probably is the type of person who thinks you can pray it away. But no, and I wouldn't call him a friend. I'd call him. I tried to be friends with the dude, but he has strong views. And I was a guest at his house, so he kind of intimidated the shit out of me. But he's an anti-vaxxer. He believes that there's a Jewish conspiracy, and he believes that the more immigrants that come into the country, like Western civilization, will be destroyed and replaced by this pseudo-hybrid Islam Chinese civilization that will be a genetically superior stock. So he kind of wants the world to kind of hurry up and get that over with. He's a dad,
interesting.
and he homeschools his daughter.
Yeah, of course he does.
Yep. That's all I'm going to say on it, because there's always a chance that this shit can leak back to people around these parts, and he's well armed.
I'll let you know what second stage.
But yeah, this is just Vigilant Christian Mario.
Yeah, probably enough of him. But this is the guy who's constantly claiming that he's worrying about whether or not people think he's gay.
And then he openly came out and said that he went to he gets a bunch of moms to come over and get him give him money, like Christian stay-at-home moms. So he then went and took that money, went down to Vegas, rented out a hotel room, got a prostitute, got a male prostitute, got a shit ton of cocaine, and just blitzed himself for 3 days straight. As you do. I don't know about you. That sounds like a fun weekend. But to him, he is just abso-fucking-lutely I've had homosexual.
He spent how many months crying about it afterwards?
Yeah, and then he went to rehab, but it was religious rehab, and this is not a nice person. So
no,
that is a whole new level of self-loathing.
He'd be
really
so
is.
happy. He'd be so much more happier if he just came out of the closet.
Self-loathing is pretty much
Christian too. He could. No, look, confession. I truly hate myself.
Oh, look at that.
Spell it right.
That's just what I said.
Come on, man.
Anyway, so I was hoping this would have links to some basic thumbnails of it. The gist of the stop eating the microphone, Joe. It's not cotton candy.
I don't know what you're talking about. My microphone is delicious.
They did. You could tell there were times where Trump, if you do end up watching it, it's fucking hilarious. There's times where Trump eyes stopped and he's seething, but you can tell he's been schooled to shut the fuck up when told.
Oh, it's about time.
Yeah, but he's like. They never needed to use the mic button once. Look at this.
Really?
That's the biggest shock of all.
They made it such a big deal about it. They never needed to use it once. Clearly, they were fucking trying. Now, most people say that Biden came out on top, but most people I've been hearing that from are people that have a Biden slant. So thinking about it myself, I'd say he came out making more sense, but he still sounded rambly and old and rambly and confused and Trump.
Well, you're never going to get him not to sound that way.
Because he is, absolutely. Yeah.
Trump always kind of sounds like he has no idea what he's talking about either, so...
That's right.
All he has is steamrolling people. He doesn't have any actual facts.
Yeah, to me, he's just a giant bully. If you don't agree with him, he berates you, and he insults you, and he degrades you until you just stop trying, because then he gets his...
And then he thinks that you being frustrated...
to do the same thing.
Yeah, I mean, the MAGA hats and the Donald... Oh, the Donald's gone now, but the MAGA hats and the Trump fans are just going to absolutely like love anytime it looks like he's winning, but he's never is winning. Like I remember watching Vosh not too long ago, and sort of like a big fan of Trump came into the chat and started to debate Vosh. And at one point, Vosh said, name one Trump policy that is good. And he kept on avoiding it over and over. He goes, and he keeps talking about Trump's talking points and his promises. And he goes, oh, no, a policy. One policy Trump has done that is good. And he couldn't. He just couldn't, because there is no policy with the man. He's just this big bluster. It's everyone else's fault. We'll do it later. Listen to me. I'm the best. No. Like, that's not how you run a country.
Me.
Exactly. Believe me. Why? Because believe me, if this was Fallout, that would be the moment where, like Fallout 3, that's where you can convince President Eden he's in a logical circle. You know, like he can.
Yeah, I mean, you know somebody's lying to you the instant they tell you to believe them.
Yeah. If they have to say, you believe me, you know, you need to believe me. Or if they have to beg for somebody to like them or to be happy with them, like
those people who
desperate and sad
online like really advertise over and over again, like, you know, the people like, hey, do you have 5 minutes to talk about this? And they're like following you down the street, and there's something so desperate and cringy about it. Trump kind of always came across to me like that. But then again, like, people are like, oh, well, what about Biden? Biden's this, Biden is this, that, and the other. Vote for Biden. That's it.
Yeah.
That's he's a piece of shit. But vote for him.
My thought is that we don't have a fantastic. None of our candidates are fantastic right now.
No.
They're both kind of disappointing, but they're less disappointing than our candidates 4 years ago. So we've seen 4 years of Trump already, and I'm not really all that keen on seeing another 4 years, considering all the fanatics that have like come out of the woodwork. That's what scares me the most, is like, we've seen so much happening just the last couple of months with the Black Lives Matters movements, the riots going around, the
Proud Boys, the Boogaloo Boys.
Oh God, the Proud Boys, especially up here.
The Proud Boys that were told to stand by.
So yeah,
the ones that were told to stand by the same person who claimed he didn't know what the Proud Boys were.
He didn't know what QAnon was, but he then, in the same sentence, he says he didn't know who QAnon was, but he does. Since finding out, he heard that they're anti-pedophilia. He literally he backhand praises them, and then goes straight on to Antifa.
Yeah. Because he can't afford to alienate
the only people who like him
that he has, in these extreme views. So he doesn't want to condemn them, because those are the people that are going to vote for him.
Yeah.
And
I hope they're the only people who
do.
But
and I really hope they're the minority. I am praying that they're the minority.
Well, the turnout for the voting, the mail-in voting, has been massive. Far better than it was 4 years ago or the years prior, which is a good sign, because the Republicans aren't going to do mail-in voting en masse.
Yeah.
So
it's going to have to be this year, isn't it? Though.
Yeah, of all the years, and that's one reason why he didn't want. Trump was trying to like hamstring it. In fact, have you seen the emails sent out to, I think, Alaska and Florida? And it was a bunch of right-wingers contacting people who have like Democrat next to their name, saying that we have all your personal information and we will kill you if you vote Democrat.
There's apparently like an email that was tied to the Proud Boys or some kind of Proud Boys.
Yeah, they bound. No, what they did was as you can tell, I'm not a big fan of the Proud Boys, but I don't like coming. I don't like using any information that might not be 100% true, because it makes you look like an idiot if it turns out to be false. So while I do believe that there's a good chance it was the Proud Boys, they did kind of just use their like mailing service. But they might just piggyback off it. I've heard like arguments that might be from Iran. That might have come out of Iran. Which makes
I think the
FBI
FBI did come out and say something like that too. That there's been some tampering. But
I'm more worried about the Boogaloo Boys with the guns outside of the polling stations.
I'm worried about that
That's
too.
Scary. Because they want to do that.
The voter intimidation is ridiculous this year.
The cops,
I've never seen anything like this.
Oh no! Like, could you imagine if the cops let's just say in the big city, the cops wouldn't really let that shit happen. But what about the little town out in the middle of, say, Utah? Like where the cops are probably a little bit supportive of the Proud Boys. Maybe they are members of it. Are they going to immediately get off their asses? Is the sheriff going to come down? Some sheriffs are openly, like, clearly members of, like, MAGA. Are they going to let them in? Are they going to be like, oh, we didn't get the message for 2 or 3 hours? It's scary. And what about if, like, one of them doesn't care if they're going to get arrested and just starts waving their gun around? Even if that stupid motherfucker gets shot to bits by the cops, that's a life that shouldn't have been taken. That's and it's like the whole Tim Pool going crazy over the Civil War. If he gets his way, let's be honest here, the Proud Boys will be slaughtered in the streets, but there's going to be a lot of innocent people in the process who might not be able to be defended fast enough by the National Guard, or get caught in the crossfire, or like a failed coup.
Bullets that missed other
exactly
things.
Like a failed coup can still have a lot of innocent people killed. So while I don't mind if, for example, a couple of Boogaloo boys, if Nick Fuentes gets gunned down in the street, oh no. At the same time, I'd prefer if no one gets gunned down in the street at all. Period.
That'd be nice.
That would be very nice.
Really nice.
Let's aim for that.
We have to say these things.
Whoa, Krendar, you're getting all robot. You're getting all robot right now.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Beep boop.
Beep boop.
Let's have a look at the chat.
Crambot.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. We can understand you, but you're lagging a little bit.
Yeah, what can you do?
Nothing. Damn nothing. Because we've been having technical problems all night. Well, we can look at one of the things I promised tonight, which was crackheads. Crackheads and more crackheads. Junkies! Our favorite type of people.
Is that what we were just talking about?
whether it's...
So what about which Proud Boys are this video about?
Well, it looks like this might be one of their moms.
Oh no.
Don't forget to like and share, guys. Appreciate it. Come on. Come on, little one.
Little guy.
Come on. I feel like, what's his name? Attenborough. Was it Richard Attenborough in Jurassic Park when he's watching the Velociraptor coming out of its shell? Come on. Push. Push.
You can do it, little one.
Circle of life.
He's shy. I wonder how long this person was filming this spot before this happened. Just waiting for something to try to come out of there.
Yeah. Oh.
Hey, buddy, how you doing? How's it going?
Hey, buddy. Oh, so it was a Proud Boys uncle, the one that's not allowed near the schools anymore.
Oof. Crazy night, is that what he said?
Yeah. I'd hope so. If you have to leave a house by cracking open the wall.
Well, somebody sealed him in there, I guess.
Even with all the doors blocked? Yeah. Well.
Whee! I actually, this is something I noticed that's uniquely American to me. All the wood panels on the side of houses, we don't have that over here.
Yeah,
like at all.
We don't really do that much either.
Too on the area of the U.S. you're in.
Oh yeah, like I noticed in the Midwest, that's everywhere. That's like everywhere. But if you go to like the East Coast and such,
just remember, for any non-Americans who might be confused, the Midwest is actually in the east of the country. For some reason,
it's like the central.
Yeah,
it's like a third of the way over or something.
Yeah, and the Midwest could mean a lot
somehow.
Because you can have a Minnesota Midwest, but you can also have like Oklahoma Midwest.
You'd think they'd have updated the name for it after they finished getting the whole country settled.
Yeah, because they
But
did
no.
it with what do you call it? The Southwest with like Arizona, New Mexico. They make that difference, but they don't seem to make the difference for and the Pacific Northwest. So you think that they'd kind of break it up even more, but instead it's just once you leave like Ohio, it's just suddenly the Midwest.
For some reason, the Midwest just refused to give up the name, even though they're not even halfway across the country yet.
Hey, they earned that name, and they are not going to give it up. That is
Right?
theirs.
With all the honors that come with it, such as diabetes and illiteracy and incest. Oh, that's more the South.
That's more the South. Yeah.
Not to say that it doesn't happen, but it's the
that'll
ratio
happen everywhere.
Yeah.
Some degree.
Especially these days. What are you doing, step brother?
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I had to break out of this son of a bitch.
Gotta break out of this son of a bitch. Damn right.
Yeah.
In all fairness, I wouldn't have been able to get out of there anywhere near as easy as him. I'd still be in the back of the wood.
He's got practice.
Oh, it's from Stockton.
I think he was trying to be, quiet about it.
Nonchalant. Well, he must be an old hat at this point. If like he's nonchalant, just being like, okay.
The irony of trying not to be noticed while being on camera the entire time,
breaking out of a wall.
Yeah. That must be how he got in there to begin with too.
Oh, that would be
because the guy said that all the doors were boarded up, right? Maybe it's his little sleeping off a hangover place.
That could be.
He's a squatter.
Now this one seems almost like entrapment to a degree.
Crackhead. What's a trap house?
There's a few ways I could answer that. So, I think in
this context,
I think honestly, first uploaded here. Well, go to sleep. Hector's Trap House. It could just be literally a place where you like catch out like junkies and people. At the same time, it could also be a place where our traps gay Keke Pepistan, you know. Wait, how did I say that? Pepe Kekistan. There we go. Get the memes right.
I'm so tired. I'm so tired of the R Traps gay meme.
That's old. I don't know many people who still say that anymore.
It was dumb when it started.
Of course. Although I did like ContraPoint's video on it where she breaks down like, what are you really asking? And then starts breaking it down. And eventually it turns back to, oh, so you don't want to feel homosexual. That's what you're trying to say.
I mean, that's obviously the source of it all, yeah.
Yeah, it all breaks down like, can I fuck a dude? Is it gay for me fucking a dude in like a skirt? And the answer is...
Yes, it is.
It is?
And that's okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead and do it.
And there's other things too, like you could also say it's only gay if they identify as it, but then are you turned on to their masculine traits or the feminine traits? Like, there is nuance here, but it all does boil down to someone being very insecure about their sexuality. Which
it boils down to I want to do this. Is it okay?
Yeah. Will I be judged?
It's okay. Just do it.
Yeah.
No, everyone's gonna judge you no matter what you do. Just do what you want to.
Exactly.
Repeatedly, with optional safe words.
Or to pick it up. Preferably safely.
Yeah.
If people are gonna judge you based on your preference of who you're attracted to, then screw those people.
Exactly.
Within reason, of course. There is the obvious limits, like Jared Genesis, for example, or Eamon Yee, who got himself arrested.
Well, yes, with the obvious exception of don't have it be somebody underage.
Yeah, or an animal.
Yeah, or that. Anything illegal.
Keep it legal.
Yeah.
Keep it legal.
What do you want?
Where's Mikey?
He's asleep.
He's asleep. Now, if you look at her here, she's meant to be a crackhead, but she doesn't look it.
I want to.
Dude.
Mike's not here, man.
I'll come back at 4. I don't want to make a scene. There's a cop over there.
She acts like a crackhead, but she doesn't look like a crackhead. Do you think she's early in her crackhead journey?
We're just
Well, leave
watching
if there's
the
a
blooming of a
copy.
crackhead.
Dude, hook me up. I don't want to make a fucking scene.
Well, you already fucking made a big ass scene.
70 for a dime is a fucking deal. I'll be
Fucking. She says she. I think maybe she thinks she's more serious if she hyphenates words. Like,
And how much crack can I get for a dime? That sounds cheap.
yeah.
back at 4 to pick it up.
He doesn't want to.
Dude, fucking tell him.
I already fucking
Yeah.
told
Tell
him.
him again.
He fucking said no.
Well, make him say yes.
Oh my god, she's crackhead Karen.
She is, and she's doing it by proxy. She's arguing with the guy that's not here through this guy.
She wants to talk to his manager.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Have you noticed that Karen is already starting to become one of those
Mikey!
terms that people constantly get
Karen,
wrong
you're fucking
nowadays?
making a scene.
Yeah, it's kind of like cooked the way that became.
Yeah, like it's getting overused. And people are calling any angry woman a Karen now. Like,
Hell,
regardless of whether or not the anger is legitimate, regardless of whether or not they're demanding to see a manager, it's just.
I
just
think it's
becoming
more of a
synonymous
state
with
of mind.
bitch
You can
now.
have a male Karen.
Oh, for sure.
It's like a neckbeard. Like, you don't need a neckbeard to be a neckbeard.
Exactly.
You can do it, man, so I can get
Although
the
some
fuck
people
outta
do.
here.
They live up to the stereotype.
I can't.
Mhm.
Oh my god.
Just leave. Just go somewhere else.
In fact, the first time I ever experienced "quote unquote" gamer funk was from a person with a literal neckbeard.
Oof.
Gamer
It was
fun-
just
oh.
such a walking
Yeah.
type.
Their
Body
musk.
odor, kind
Yeah.
of?
The essence
Yeah,
Oh.
like
of...
I smelled this man from 20 feet away,
Oh,
nasty.
no.
and I've never experienced that smell before.
It's like it's sour and it's sour and it's like all the body odors that you've experienced yourself, but it's kind of like condensed. You could use it as a biological weapon if you could get it canned and throw it like a grenade.
It's what Jared Jensen probably smells like.
Oh,
I'm-
he's coating a fine layer of grease. It's weird.
It's that smell where you can look at this man from 20 feet away and you already know this guy has not had a shower this week yet.
I've never actually experienced that, but I think it's because I don't get out enough, to be fair.
It was just a random person I ran across at the grocery store one time, and it took me 45 years to meet this guy, so thankfully quite rare.
There was a guy growing up in Swords who when he walked back home from the shops, you could see this. He always wore the same grey T-shirt every single day, and you could see this streak of like dark liquid down the back of his down the back of it, and everyone knew it was him. And the best, I stood in front of him once, behind him once in a checkout line, and oh my fucking Christ, it was like, imagine if you pissed on some onions and then left them out in the sun. That's what he smelled like, and he would. Oh God!
It reminds me of the time that Ben first noticed that by looking at Jared's channel that he was wearing the same shirt for like 3 weeks straight.
We're going to. Yeah, we're not going to show her Jared because I respect her enough. She doesn't need to know that level of nightmare.
Yeah, that's probably for the best.
Well, I appreciate that level of respect.
He's
You're not missing anything of quality, that's for sure.
You are missing an enigma, but the same way of like how a body decomposes in the sun, you know, like that level of enigma.
Oh.
You know, it's not a. And again, like we wouldn't be making fun of him if he was like a nice human being, but he's really not.
He is a piece of crap.
If he's not an outright pedophile, he's a pedophile. He's like a map supporter.
He's voiced his opinions, like he is pro.
Well, no, he got
that
catfished.
stuff.
Do you remember he got catfished by that friend who pretended to be like the 14-year-old girl and his Discord? He goes in and says hi to her. She says hi back, and immediately the response after is a dick pic.
After
She made it
she said that she was
very
14.
clear. Yep.
Yeah.
Age is just a number. Except it fuck it isn't.
Yeah, except it isn't.
Sweating my balls off.
Well, that explains why you don't have any anymore.
Come on, man, Mikey.
Presumably.
He's asleep, and there's a fucking kid asleep too.
Well, goddamn it, 70 for a dime.
Wait, is she gonna pay with her credit card? What the fuck is that?
Wait, you can buy drugs with credit cards now? What?
We can buy weed with credit cards, can't you? In the legal states.
This reminds me of that
No,
one
it's
house
cash
that people
only.
were dealing
Is it? I
in.
didn't
They
know
had, like,
that.
a drive-through setup.
At least here in Oregon, if you go to a dispensary, it's cash only. You
What
can't pay
about
with, credit card.
Seattle?
I
Washington.
don't.
What is this
I don't
cash you
know.
speak of?
I don't know about Washington. I think it's the same.
In the before times, primitive tribes used simple monetary notes and coin
paper.
and these
Paper and
smaller
pieces of metal.
Yeah,
Four times in the long ago.
oh, you mean 5 or 10 years ago when it was still pretty common? Yeah.
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 Nobody uses cash anymore, but
You're
yeah, you
fucking
still
making
have
a
to if you go to a
scene. Just get outta
dispensary in
here.
Oregon.
Dude, fucking call Mikey.
He's asleep.
He's not asleep. I was just talking to him.
But he was asleep when you were talking to him.
Mike, wake him up.
Me too. I'm
Can't.
asleep when people talk to
Just
me
leave. He's
90%
not
of the
gonna
time.
want to.
Dude,
I'm
yes,
asleep right now. I'm
for a
like
dime.
Gandalf.
It's the only
You
place I
can't.
can go.
You know you're on Discord too much when you're typing answers to
No,
people
there
while you're still asleep.
isn't.
Sell them to people at HEB or somewhere.
Hi,
I'm
no,
not
come
dangerous
on.
when I'm awake but asleep.
Man.
I start buying things I don't remember buying, and then they
Uh-oh.
show up like the
Come
next
on,
day, and
wake
I'm like,
him
oh
up.
no.
There's already people
That's a more
watching.
financially dangerous
Just go.
version of sleepwalking.
Come on.
Yes,
Fucking
much more
Mikey.
financially dangerous.
Damn, you're fucking making a scene.
That's right, because I want my shit. I want to get the fuck out of here. I don't want to drive around.
She's you always forget that junkies tend to be more whiny than anything else. Come
Yeah.
on. Like when I was in New York.
Mean it, man.
Yeah, like when I was in New York, I literally got grabbed on the hand, like before the bad return trip, the outward trip when things looked all sunshine and roses. A junkie grabbed my arm and started shouting, "Man, I need my fix!" Like, okay,
You're like, that's
well,
nice,
He was
buddy.
gonna do it earlier.
I was like, "Fucking hell!" That's what I said. I got rid of his arm and I crossed the street. Actually, avoiding him, I got lost for 20 minutes. Like I had no idea where the fuck I was.
And I get here and now he doesn't want to.
Well, he
That's
can't.
bullshit. Mike!
You're fucking making a scene. Just
Well,
get the fuck
fucking
up.
call him.
The door, man.
He's fucking asleep.
Mikey!
Now you know what's gonna happen if he let her in to show that like she's not there. She wouldn't leave. Like
Yeah, she'd stick around because she'd be
Or
like,
if
well,
he
where'd
was
he go?
there and was asleep, she'd wake him up.
yeah.
I'm gonna fucking call my mom again.
Oh, be careful! You won't want to see. You don't want to
My
see.
favorite part is how he said again. He's called his mom on this lady before.
How old is this guy? Like 15?
Wake
Maybe.
fucking Mikey up.
No.
Imagine being a mom that has to drive out and break this shit up. Like, but something tells me it's normal too. Let's see.
Far from the first time.
Mikey!
Shut the fuck up and leave.
Close the door, idiot.
Yeah. He does. It doesn't look like he does either.
Why are you trying to reason with this crackhead?
We'll go to sleep.
Then again, she'd probably start
Come on,
breaking
wake
windows
him
or
up.
something
It's
if he
fucking
closed the
noon.
door,
I'm
wouldn't she?
sweating my ass off.
Well, it's not my
Come
fault.
on, Mikey!
Oh my god. Stop fucking knocking on the door.
He said
Only took up how long? For fuck's sake. Like, have these guys ever had to deal with like junkies like that before?
No.
I've lived with them. They're I
I've
said,
passed them on the street, but I've never had to deal with them personally.
I've had to live
I've
in the same
taken
building.
care of like one, and it was awful.
Were they
We got some
coming
pretty bad
down
junkies
or
downtown here.
Were they-
No, like when I worked at the hospital, we'd
Alright.
sometimes get one in, and they were very they would typically be very manipulative people, very degrading, just be all out mean to you and cussing at you and, you know, smashing things in the room. And
because we all know that's how you get what you want from somebody, by being mean to them.
Absolutely.
Apparently. And, you know, us as nurses, we have to like sit there and be like, okay, well, you know, if you need anything, give me a call. And just smile and nod and walk away.
You gotta learn to throw syringes of sedative at people like ninjas.
Oh, it was always terrible and very
from
hard to
the
just
room.
get like these orders for like Haldol or something. So unless they were like out of their mind, you can't shoot anyone up with Haldol.
It's a shame.
Yeah, I agree.
Now, with this, I'm thinking she's not going to be a junkie, but she's just going to be off. But she could be both.
I like how the title's just Crazy Lady.
This looks like the Southwest, doesn't it?
You know what I'm getting? I'm getting vibes of Mobility Mary on this.
I haven't thought of Mobility Mary in ages. Damn. She was a bitch.
Oh yeah.
Hated dogs. Anyone who hates dogs, being scared of dogs, okay, that's a phobia. And, you know, maybe a dog did horrible to you, but to hate dogs, like, fuck's sake.
It's a warning sign already, isn't it? In it, Gov.
I thought that was the Confederate flag real quick there.
Oh, no.
Oh, it's just because the way it's folded over.
Yeah.
What? Am I seeing this at a different, like, frame per minute? Like, there's something a little bit unusually smooth about it. Wait. I don't know.
It's just probably just recorded at higher frames per second than usual. Stuff.
Yeah, it must be that.
It's got a good camera.
Good.
You're just used to everybody having trash cameras.
No comment. We are humble people here in Ireland. Your 4Ks confuse and scare us.
It confuses and scares me too. My camera is like 6 or 7 years old.
This bad boy, only 80, and I love it.
The last time I used mine, which was yesterday,
I wonder,
playing
he must know
D&D through a Zoom call.
Oh, nice.
It was just very, not very focused, so I think I'm gonna need a new one. Wait, did he just open somebody else's mailbox?
He opened 2 different mailboxes, but he had the keys for both of them.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm guessing
Maybe
this is
checking
our
neighbor's mail or something.
Look, I like the GoPro. You can see how it's set up.
Yeah.
I think actually it could very well be the one I have. Because when I got it, it had this harness that you could put on to different parts of your body. One of which had like this third arm, like a Vortigaunt from Half-Life that came out of your chest. I so wanted to wear it like that, but I couldn't. But one was like this sort of side headway thing. And it looks like the same shape.
Looks like that one.
Damn. Yeah, this is a beaut. This is a very good beaut.
But yeah, this guy's. I'm guessing this guy's checking mail for a neighbor or something. Cause he
said his bike has lift on it as well. So I'm guessing.
Also, if you notice when he checked the second mailbox, it took him a minute to find the right key in the right mailbox. So he's not used to that one.
Well, we're about to find out because
but he
it
had
looks
the key
like
for both. So
it looks like he's set the dogs on himself here.
The dogs have set themselves on him, yeah. Oh, wrong key. Nope.
Okay, so let's see.
Can't hear what she's saying though.
I just want to know why is that your dad, the silver-headed guy?
No.
Okay, so is that your mother?
What?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I don't have a problem with your mother or anything. I want to keep the peace. You know what I mean?
So therefore I'm starting shit.
Yeah. I don't want to stir up trouble. Let me cross the street and walk up to a random stranger and tell them that.
You guys aren't aware, but this is supposed to be like a 55 and up retirement area. And everybody's getting freaked out in this park now. There's a lot of residents. You know what I mean? And
a lot of residents.
Yeah, a lot of residents, and there shouldn't be people in this park.
So this should be a vacant park?
No, it shouldn't be a vacant. You're not grasping on 55 and up. It's a retirement area. A retirement area.
We're afraid of young people.
See,
I'm only house sitting.
No, you're a...
Ah, there you go. I was right.
It's 55 and up.
That's ageist, ma'am.
We're not 55.
That is ageist. You know, ageism goes both ways.
It does.
Yeah.
We should declare. We should do a Logan's Run sort of thing. That if you're over the age of 30, you get renewed.
I mean, yeah. How do you know he's not 55? Maybe he just looks young.
He's got a helmet on. Like he could take it off, and he could be like the chimp lord himself, Pat Robertson, under that.
There's no way that guy can handle it.
She's one of them.
I am wondering why he's recording it.
Because he was expecting to get harassed, that's why.
It's probably happened to him before.
Yeah.
That it?
Yeah. Talk about causing problems. She likes to stir trouble with her mouth. I've seen it on many occasions, especially with the utility people.
Okay. Well, that was a bit anticlimactic, but we've all been there. We've all had people.
Honestly, it's a kind of a nice relief that she didn't
make a scene.
Keep going on him for 20 minutes or something.
I wonder if there was like a follow-up one, that would be kind of interesting, but yeah.
Oh, just wait for it.
Yeah.
Oh, this was a year ago anyway, so I guess there would have been a posting by now if there was.
Ah, don't worry. She's long dead.
Oh, no.
I mean, if she caught the COVID, she probably wouldn't fare very well.
Speaking of the COVID, we are now in here in Ireland, full lockdown mode. Everything's shut
Well, let's
except
hope you
for
don't have a
basic.
bunch of idiots screwing it up like America does.
Oh, wait until our next topic. My friend Claire sent me. Where is it?
Very hard to screw it up the way we've screwed it up.
Well,
yeah.
Anti-lockdown protesters bring Dublin traffic to a standstill. None of them are wearing fucking masks.
Not a one.
Mm.
Are these anti-maskers?
Yeah, anti-maskers and anti-vaxxers.
Of course.
Are now on the east wall. Click for sound. Probably not. I don't know.
I wonder if somebody did a study on what the overlap would look like. How many anti-maskers are also anti-vaxxers by percentage?
I'd say
probably a high percentage of them.
I'm gonna lowball it and say like 40-45%, almost half. But there's different factions at work. Some are anti-vaxxers.
I mean, that's a pretty high percentage already.
It is. Oh, it's a chunk.
And here's a question then. Take that chunk, and then how many of those people are flat earthers?
Oh,
that would be an interesting statistic.
Because they all seem to be very anti-science people.
They have a child there, too.
Of course. I mean, you think that they're not imposing their views on their children?
Somebody's on the door. I'm trying to see, do I reckon? Oh, there's a mask. Is he just walking his dog?
Look at him. Part of this.
Yeah, he's not really. Look at him go away.
He doesn't have a mask though, so by comparison, I'm going to say he's semi part of it.
Yeah.
I mean, it depends. Like maybe he was just walking down.
That's a small crowd.
He didn't need a mask because nobody else was around, and then this thing came up on him.
I don't know. I always carry a mask in my pocket. Just
I've got like 3 on me anytime I go out.
I don't know what it's like in Oregon right now or Ireland, but I know that in Canada here we've got to, like, we're legally obliged to wear the mask if we go into a business or something.
Yeah.
So if I'm going to the grocery store, I have to bring a mask with me because I have to put it on before going into the store.
I like the effort he went in for his sign. He just ripped off a piece of cardboard and drew COVID-9.
That's pretty low energy sign.
Very much so. In fact, I'm looking for familiar faces, and I'm not gonna lie, I think I know this dude.
Shame him into compliance.
Absolutely.
Shame. Guards don't give
I don't have
fuck.
a bell near me. Shame.
Look at them all.
So many good memes came out of that scene.
Oh yeah, it was one of the very few good parts of that season. We won't talk about the ending.
No,
I know, right? I haven't seen the final season.
We
but
can
I've seen all the
definitely.
rest of it.
We can definitely.
There were some questionable things happening towards the end.
We can definitely talk about it if you want, because this is just really depressing.
Oh no, not the dude.
The dude has cancer.
Dude.
Yeah. As the dude would say, new shit has come to life. Oh, Jeff.
Man, I don't know what it is with cancer lately, but
Rush Limbaugh got it.
Has had a weird run-in with cancer. I've had 3 family members die of cancer.
Oh shit! Sorry to hear that.
And the weird thing is, it doesn't even seem like it's a hereditary thing, because one of them was self-inflicted. It was lung cancer from smoking, and the other 2 were totally different kinds of cancer. So it's probably not like something that's spread through the genes to each other necessarily.
Genetic just makes you more predisposed to it. So smoking, I mean, if you have a family history of cancer and you smoke for like, I don't know, 3 years and wind up with lung cancer, you got lung cancer because you're already predisposed to it. People without like a genetic history can smoke for like their entire lives and never wind up with lung cancer or throat cancer or mouth cancer or anything. Yeah. So
no, this took like 30-40 years to happen.
Yeah. But if he didn't have a genetic like
set of coincidences, like it's all different. I don't know.
Yeah. You can just kind of be, if it's in your family, it doesn't matter what type it is. My ex of like 9 years, well, I dated him for 9 years and we've been exes for like 3. His aunt had breast cancer, his grandfather had prostate cancer, and his grandmother had a glioblastoma, which is a very aggressive tumor in the brain. So all very different cancers, but quite a prevalent history of cancer in the family. So that's something that he'll need to look out for in the future, just because the family's predisposed to cancer in general.
Cancer and my family haven't really been that big. Instead, it's been more neurological. Things like strokes and...
yeah, my grandfather had a stroke.
My nan spent the last few years of her life... she died in her 70s or late 70s. She was constantly bereft with strokes that increasingly destroyed her mind, and then lowered her immune system, and that's when pneumonia got her. But it was like there was a long down after the first stroke. It did some damage, more and more and more. And eventually, she couldn't even string 2 or 3 words together. You know.
Oh, that's a shame.
It was. But yeah, oddly enough, most of my family genetics. We don't really... We're prone to putting weight on. That's true. Like, that's one thing for sure. Like, whenever we get fat, we get fat. And my Uncle Paul is...
your family's just fatting around.
We're just fatting around. That's all we're doing. But, yeah, like, it's... we're in many ways a lot lucky. Both sides of the family. But there's still, even if you don't get cancer, there's still dozens of other ways you can kill yourself. Here's something a bit more upbeat. Bjork. What's your stance on Bjork?
Oh, I haven't heard about Bjork in a long time, but she used to be adorable.
Well, here she is at her prime. Have you seen this video?
No.
What about you there, Lush?
I have not.
I used to enjoy her general weirdness, though.
Well, you'll fucking love this. I will not have a single bit of commentary.
Hello. It is Christmas time, and I'm sitting here by my TV. I've been watching it very much lately because I'm on a holiday, and I've been seeing all those programs about all sorts of things, about Icelandics being very happy about Christmas, very gay, and also very serious and spiritual, and also seeing Icelandic comic people making jokes, which they are very good at. But now I'm curious. I've switched the TV off, and now I want to see how it operates, how it can put me into all those weird situations. So
she's aggressively indie.
It's about time.
One of the things that amuses me about her. I hope you unplugged it too, hon.
See. This is what it looks like. Look at this.
Sad,
this
it's
looks
not where
like
I was expecting this video to go.
Like a little model of a city. You know
the TV is a little city.
Houses which are here, and streets. This is maybe an elevator to go up there. And here are all the wires. These wires.
She's so fucking weird.
They really take care of all the electrons when they come through here.
Electrons.
They take care of that. They are powerful enough to get all the way through here. I read that in a Danish book this morning.
Powerful enough to get all the way over here.
And this beautiful television has put me, like I said before, in all sorts of situations. I remember being very scared to it because an Icelandic poet told me that not like in cinemas where the thing that throws the picture from it just sends lights on the screen, but this is different. This is millions and millions of little screens who send a light on you, some sort of electrical light. I'm not really sure, but because there's so many of them, and in fact you're watching very, very many frames when you're watching TV. Your head is very busy all the time to calculate and put it all together into one picture, and then because you're so busy doing that, you don't watch very carefully what the program that you're watching is really about. So you become hypnotized. So all that's on TV, it just goes directly into your brain, and you stop judging if it's right or not. So you just swallow and swallow.
Bjork, the first person to come up with the notion of fake news.
Yeah, you just swallow and swallow.
This is what an Icelandic.
Also, does she have the Galactic Empire logo for a tattoo?
Very, very close, actually.
Poet told me once.
Maybe it's like the Old Republic or something.
And I became so scared to television that I always got headaches when I watched it. But then later on, when I got my Danish book on television, I stopped being afraid because I read the truth.
Probably why they chose
and that's the scientific truth, which is much better. You shouldn't let poets lie to you.
You shouldn't let poets lie to you. Amen, sister. I love her giant digital clock or digital watch.
I like how she thinks that every pixel is like an additional TV screen with its own show going on,
and it's like subliminal messaging like underneath. Yeah. Like no shock. Some people use this as ASMR. Like she has a very oddly surreal voice.
She has a very cute voice, but she's crazy.
She is fucking weird, but I just love that how she was like scared of a TV, so she did it to see how it's all made. Like, I couldn't think of like a better Bjork story.
I mean, kudos for her confronting something she's afraid of and deconstructing it. Right.
I want to see a dog take on a vacuum cleaner like that. when it's unplugged.
Scientist engineer dog with like a little pair of glasses on. Or
and
goggles.
It's just sniffing around the bag and the hose, and then Because then it probably, I don't know, humps it or something.
How did the dog learn to use a screwdriver to open this thing?
Oh, it uses its mouth.
Smart dog.
Damn right. And smart farmer too. Remember I told you last week I told you about the Chinese farmer. Here he is. He made a rickshaw robot because he couldn't get a motorbike. He made it from scratch. So I looked up on it, and here's the footage.
It's already terrifying on the
Ain't it just absolutely fucking... It talks, too.
Why do the ears flap?
Oh, that's creepy.
Why the fuck does it like need to look like some sort of weird Mexican stereotype?
Why the fuck any of this?
This is not going to be the creepiest thing you're going to see tonight.
I mean, kudos for getting it to walk properly.
Oh, he made this all from scratch, like pure scrap.
I mean, that's incredibly impressive, actually.
It is, isn't it?
Wait a minute. What you're telling me is that he built a robotic Mexican to pull his farming equipment around for him.
Pretty much. That one dude there, like, he's like, what the fuck? There's a face that has indeed seen it all, so this isn't nothing new.
Yeah, he's seen some shit.
当时我那地别人种那地说打800斤，我种那地打200
so
斤，
have we.
知道吧？因为我大部分时间都放在那个。
Okay, did I not think to maybe have some sort of subtitles? Oh, now it's in French.
Subtitles?
Yeah.
I don't think that was French, though.
No,
whatever it wasn't English.
No, I looked the subtitles there, see? For some reason, they're auto-generated in French for some reason. I don't get it.
No, that's not French.
It's French right there!
该种地不种地。
Well, I'm looking at them and it's not... Okay, that's French.
That's what I meant! French. You didn't think... Why would the Chinese peasant be speaking French?
No. I'm saying the initial... The first few subtitles didn't look like French.
I didn't see... Oh, okay.
又不能吃，又不能换回钱来，是不是？
He's a very interesting man, like a French-speaking Chinese peasant who makes a Mexican robot. Look at that!
He's a real
oh my god!
Mystery.
Look at the fucking shit!
I don't know what the purpose of this robot is, but it's cool.
Yeah, it's magnets for feet.
On its feet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There must be electromagnets that can turn on and off.
后来这老百姓吧，这街坊邻居他一看见钱了，
Ain't it?
Yeah, I don't understand what that thing's being used for. Like, practically, but it's cool. I
don't know why, but I just love the little box of milk back there.
I like while he's talking about whatever he's talking about, how shocked his robot looks.
It's constantly in a state of shock. Why does it need a cloth around its neck?
Yeah, it's constantly in a state of shock, just like everybody who witnesses it.
Don't forget to bring a towel.
Oh my god, if he built his robot to be able to sweat.
That would be next level shit.
It sweats blue. Wait, blue milk! This is a Star Wars prequel! This is
Luke Skywalker?
This is the real Luke Skywalker. George Lucas stole his idea.
I've always loved how much people lose their minds over the blue milk. I'm like, it's alien milk. Why can't it be blue?
Here's some drummers. Well, but that's a bottle cap.
It is a bottle cap.
Hey, oh my god!
Look, he's dancing. That's adorable.
Now put a toddler in a room and turn off the lights, and then put it down there and start making it walk.
Okay, that's nightmare fuel.
It is definitely nightmare fuel. I'll be seeing you behind my eyelids tonight, buddy.
Look at this! This is like some unused script for The Puppet Master, one of the movies where he dies and all their puppets come to life.
I was gonna say, what do you think all these robots get up to at night while he's asleep?
They reenact his dreams of vengeance. They just wander the town with like broken bits of glass and like shards of metal looking for victims. They call it the Parade of Death.
Oh. No thanks.
This guy has a lot of time on his hands.
Prototype robot?
I think so. That or maybe have like a little dog on it. What the fuck?
Oh. Why are her ankles bound?
It's
to keep her standing, duh.
Oh, of course.
Of course.
Why? Why did you program me for feelings? I am in constant pain. Look at that kid's face! He is so unsure! He's like, this is impressive and all, but I want to go home.
Yeah. 对，他就天生怎么说呢？就是有这种虫，就不做手痒痒。
Yeah, this is why I married him, for the robots. He sure showed me that on day one. He didn't hide it until after we signed the marriage agreement.
Yeah, I'm sure that's really what it was. She didn't know until after the fact, and now she's just like, I am a good, supportive wife.
Mm-hmm.
It's not unusual for me to drink 3 bottles of vodka a day to get through this. He can use the glass to make a version of me that runs on coal.
Yeah. She's like, I am now more vodka than woman.
And when I die, he will just make a robot of me and keep going on.
And not even notice.
He's got a spider chair! He's got a spider chair.
Awesome. I love this.
Reminds me of the steam-powered wheelchair from Wild West. Chinese farmer. That's another one. He's not alone in this, but he's even spawned an American equivalent. Robot farmer. His one looks like a 50s battle robot from like some sort of Flash Gordon knockoff.
Absolutely.
Find out what happened.
Here,
whoa.
Grayson.
Dog freaked out.
Wave to the camera.
Is there like a subsect of farmers who just build robots? Because I can get behind that.
There is now.
Yeah.
Apparently.
I saw 3 so far, so. Let's see.
Yeah, that is impressive, though.
Yeah, it's also faster than the Chinese dude's one. It looks. Yeah,
and it's less unsettling as well.
Definitely more.
Hiya, Benjamin.
Now we're going.
Yeah, like the other one looks like
they have wheels on its feet.
Yeah, they're like little rollerblade things.
Got the downhill side.
Like downhill. Can it go downhill? No. Oh wow, that's really kicking up speed.
Oh yeah, it's really good.
I'm confused though. It has wheels. Why make it move its legs at all?
That's true. It should just be like a set of tracks.
Maybe
it's
not
like a
robot so much
roller
as a
skate
servitor
type thing.
at that point. Right?
Yeah. Although
do you think his wife's brain is in that case somewhere?
Well, that's what the last one's wife is going to end up being. Into the Mexican rickshaw.
As we all know, true machine intelligence is an abomination.
Hey, Benjamin, take my hand.
That's why you need servitors.
Well, if you want to see an abomination, Grendar, you'll recognize this video.
Oh no.
Oh yes, and if I'm right.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh yes. I was thinking, I need to show you something that just stands out as a level of creep. That is.
Personally, I vote troll on this guy because he seems to be trying way too hard to creep people out.
But in the process, I think it succeeds a little bit.
Right.
Just a little.
I don't know that this guy's actually genuinely like this. At least not to the degree he's playing it up.
No. But I mean, he had to come up with it in the first place, so.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't know if I could say enjoy there, Lush, but Indoor.
So much as,
indoor.
Hey,
Preparing
I will be
yourself.
strong.
Be the Fox here. You're probably wondering what I'm doing. Well,
Yeah.
I'm cutting
just
off
a little
my
bit.
daughter's legs.
Wait, what?
It's a long story. I
Wait,
joined a very special community on the internet, known on the deep web and the other hacker sites, where all the cyber bullies hang out, as the fur fact community, but I prefer to call it the Indian spirit community.
I'm creeped
There
out
you
just by
go.
the guy's voice. I'm sorry.
My goodness, her hair is really receding. These late
Imagine if he was doing the Bjork TV thing.
years
I got
of
like
her life.
chills listening to this.
No,
Hey,
you're charmingly weird.
I'm sorry, Orange. Anyway.
This guy has power tools.
The Indian spirit community, we call it that
He should
because
not have power tools.
we have many
He should have a
distinct
butter
values
knife.
as the Native American Indians who respected and revered and
Well, watch
worshipped
something far more
the
wholesome
land.
after this. Don't you fret.
I'm sorry.
Yes, please.
It has
I
to
need
be
a
done.
bubble bath
Respected
in
and
my brain
revered and worshipped.
and my eyes.
You have to earn your
wolves,
bubble bath around here,
and all
man.
the other list of God's blessed creatures. This is kind of tough to cut through right here.
This is kind of tough to listen to.
You wouldn't believe you had such a strong backbone, Orange, especially after all those times.
As Billy the Fridge said, this is the found in the house after the police arrive.
Yeah.
This video and a whole
Even
lot
though
of
they're
dismembered dolls.
Ignored me. Yeah, Orange has stopped talking to me lately. She doesn't really talk a lot, so we're going to reinvent her. She's going to be
Oh,
reborn.
don't
Talk to
reinvent
him. He just said that this doll used to talk.
You're going to be reborn, and you.
Oh no, it's not a doll. It's his daughter. He's
Right.
his
Yes.
real
Well,
doll.
sorry, my mistake.
You're going to be
Yeah,
the daughter
his
that
daughter.
you were
How
always
dare
meant
you.
to be.
My
The
bad.
Indian spirit way.
Indian spirits are known to
This is not fun
cut
for me,
daughters'
by the
heads
way.
off with a chainsaw.
I know you guys can see me looking like I'm enjoying myself, sawing away, but
Oh no,
This
that would be
hurts me.
judgmental. We wouldn't be thinking that. We're thinking
No,
other
never.
things about you, like how far away is the nearest door? Are the authorities aware of you? Is there any sort of blunt object we can hit over the back of your head with really quick? Those sort of things.
as much as it hurts Orange.
Her name is Orange.
You're
Like
going
the
to be
fruit.
reborn, Orange. Your spirit,
Oh, there's a fruit
your
in this
mind,
video.
your body, they're all going to be new.
Grade A nut bar.
They're going to be new, and they're going to be... Oh, God.
Not gonna lie, I probably wouldn't have been able to get as good of a cut. So kudos for the nice clean cut.
I mean, he's got experience, probably.
Mhm. I'm
This
sure
isn't
he's
his
done
first.
this
This
before.
isn't the first daughter.
I'm not sure if I made the right choice. This is Orange right now. Worst. I feel sick, and we're still waiting.
Oh yes.
Wait.
No,
is he
no.
Waiting? What is he expecting will happen?
It's art.
See, this music here is why I'm sure he's a troll.
Yeah.
Did she put? is that a cat?
You're just like an angel.
Oh my god.
I'm just getting flashbacks of Billy watching this.
Isn't she beautiful?
No!
I'm kind of glad you
spirit
can't see my
world.
face right now. It's horrified.
In a beautiful way.
Oh, thanks for the cross shot there, buddy.
I wish I was special.
Oh.
And so
Nice
very
living room, buddy.
Special.
So you said we had
You're
something
so
nicer
very
next?
special.
Let's move
Yes.
on to that.
God, it better have like unicorns and puppy dogs and.
There is dogs, and they're not getting this.
Okay.
Let's go to that now.
A weird dog.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I'll shut them up, but it ends with a very brief yeah. Nope, indeed.
Absolutely nope.
Yeah.
All the nope. All of it. All at once. This is much better. Oh no!
It's much better, is it, you monster? You monster. You said it was meant to be much better.
You tricked us.
This is not better.
That is a very cute doggy, though.
Extremely
it's an
cute.
Adorable dog, but you just showed me a video of it running into a glass door. That poor baby. Look at his little ears.
Look at his face.
Little ears.
Look at that little fluffo.
We've had. He is.
Wait, what's that? Do that link on the side. Our talking cat asks to go out.
Go out.
Yeah, it sounds
cute.
Sounds
kind of.
That was adorable.
Go out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear it.
That's like a cartoon voice almost.
Let's watch that furry video again.
No.
I don't know why. Oh my god! First time we saw that in Drunken Peasants, I just couldn't stop. I actually almost fell off the chair laughing.
Oh my god!
It was just so funny, just how
weird.
I just kind of like stared at it.
Was
like,
this about a homeless
real?
Jesus statue?
Oh yeah, homeless Jesus. Where are you?
Up.
Now we go back to more shit in the world, as it gets 20 minutes of being called on by the cops. Yeah. So
how many times did they tase it when it wasn't responding?
Oh, it was Cleveland. Damn. Well, it's not black, so. Well, it's bronze, I guess. It was a stone. I wonder what it is. Espinal Church also made enough of an impression on a spectator. He called the police to report when he was over a sleeping homeless person. Oh yes, because the stigmata in the feet don't give it away. Is there's something a bit off,
right?
Or how about it's clearly not made of flesh and cloth?
Yeah, did he try to, touch it, maybe, or?
Yeah,
I mean, you don't touch the homeless people, so I can understand them not wanting to do that at first.
Okay.
Until you notice that it's made of stone or metal anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's not really much in the way of a story beyond.
You come over and nudge it with a stick, maybe.
Yeah, like maybe he might have been homeless and died of like exposure. But yeah, that's weird. But there's statues like that all across Ireland, all across Dublin in particular. And sometimes you can see people trying to go up and talk to it. I swear to Christ, once I saw there's a recreation of a scene from Ulysses, and there's just these two people talking on a bench, and I wanted to go up and ask for. I was about maybe 22, 23, and I went up and it was evening time, and like the silhouette was over, and I was going to ask what time it was, and when I went up to it, I'm like, oh wait, yeah, metal.
Yeah. I just love the fact that somebody called the cops on a statue.
It says a lot. Like they see a homeless person, and the first thing they do is call up a cop.
Didn't even take long.
Considering the fact I was homeless this year, yeah, that sounds about right. They have a very different viewpoint on you. Which is weird. It's almost like you got like a big sign over your head saying "homeless." It's kind of weird. Oh, I suppose we should talk about this. You even hear about this website, Quibi?
I've never heard of it.
I feel like I've seen it somewhere, but I don't actually know what it is, and I never tried to.
Oh wait,
because there's so many streaming services.
Is
like,
this
why?
the thing where that you can watch movies on it, but it only works on mobile phones?
I think so.
I heard about that last night.
That might have been it.
they tried to make it like the rival of bigger ones. It didn't last as long as Mixer did, for Christ's sake. It had no big names. It didn't offer anything special. It didn't advertise. Like, most people didn't even know. Like you said, you didn't even hear about it.
The thing I heard about last night was like stream movies, but only on your phone and not on your computer or anything else. I'm thinking,
I don't think
that's going to fail. If who wants to watch movies exclusively on their phone?
Yeah, I'll pass.
Make it so that it can work on both.
At least like phone and PC, maybe.
Right.
At least.
Yeah, because it doesn't have to be on every single platform, but like try to get the basic ones down. But no, this thing was
people
like,
are gonna want to watch movies on their phone on like a bus or something, maybe like a long bus ride, a Greyhound bus. But why?
It wasn't that.
That's a very small audience you're going for.
That isn't the thing. This one here was 5 to 10 minute chapters.
What?
Yeah.
What?
The streaming service, which served up shows in 5 to 10 minute chapters formatted to your smartphone screen.
TV shows?
Yeah, you'll have known one of the shows it was. Do you remember that show where the girl befriends the talking sex doll?
No. Oh, no, I do remember seeing some kind of like
I saw the trailer for that.
Preview for it or something.
Yeah, that was one of the premiere shows.
Huh.
For this.
Not something that really caught my interest, though.
No one thought it was interesting.
Well, I'm glad that I wasn't the only one.
Who wants to consume shows in a 5 to 10 minute episode format?
No one. Like, if you're going to watch a show, you're going to commit to as long as the show, usually about 45 minutes to an hour.
No, I just want to see 5 minutes of this and then stop.
Yeah.
What the hell?
That sounds like the most unsatisfying experience ever.
No wonder they went out of business.
Yeah, they also didn't advertise to save their life, you know? Oh, here's an actual nice bit of story. Green puppy. There's nothing else to it, just a rare... Aww. Young am. Oh, so pupper. Young. Looks like Shamrock Shake.
The little grunts are adorable.
I love when puppies are that small and tiny and they kind of shiver all the time. They're like...
Yeah, you just want to hold them.
Oh. What's it, Labrador? I think that's a Labrador, isn't it?
I don't know.
Pistachio. They call it Pistachio. Oh.
Nah. That's cute.
Yeah, so let's acknowledge the fact that once again I am going to shill for here and say that if you guys are enjoying the stream, to like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already done so. And to check out the links down below for the beauty that is our Discord, Krendar's Adventures on Twitch, and our guest Lush. You'll find a link down there too. Also, don't forget I've got a Twitch now as well. You guys will help this channel grow, and we'd appreciate it. And of course, if you got any cash to throw our way, we'd appreciate that too.
Need more boost money.
Money, fuel decadent lifestyles. Oh, this is something I saw from actual Jake. He talked about this, and I'm like, what?
Learn conservative values.
This is a conservative woman doing a children's puppet show about like doing like Christian puppet show, basically.
So it's like the opposite of Queer Kid Stuff show then. Remember that one?
Oh yeah.
That was like the super liberal one.
Now,
where she was brainwashing children to be obsessed over gender concepts.
I kind of remember that. But this, like, the more you learn about this woman here, it's real. She's like a former crack whore. who found
she
Jesus.
Looks like it actually.
Oh yeah, you can see she's been through a war of a life.
You could learn a little something. Would you like?
Oh, I wonder who you stole that line from. It's a beautiful day in what the fuck? Snortlings Hollow. Snortlings.
Snortling, that sounds like a crack whore name.
Snortling
does sound a little druggy-ish. Snortling.
Oh shit, I actually haven't heard this. And did you say they're pulling you left?
This is already unsettling.
Oh, we can go back to the puppets if you like.
That's gonna be a pass.
Look at the tattoos on her.
Some light. If you don't agree with our point of view, you don't have to make a big to-do. Just watch another video stopping you. We're not trying to tell you what to do.
Now let me tell you how to do it.
I like how she's already reacting to the people yelling at her before they've yelled at her.
Does she get a lot of 4-year-olds telling her that her economical policies are wrong? You know, like, it's like those.
I have a feeling they'd come up with better ones, though.
Yeah.
This episode is brought to you by Adventures in Snorling's Hollow the Book series.
I'm gonna shill myself.
There's a book series?
Yep, and they don't sell very well.
Hey, can we get one of these graphics for the end of our show, Lev, where we can be like, buy my shirts?
Hey, you get in touch with them, and I'll figure out how to throw them at the end. But you better have a. I'll act as the puppet, and you can wear the wig.
I mean, I've got almost this many shirt designs, so.
Link in the description below. Hi there, it's me.
That's a Muppet that was kidnapped from Sesame Street at a young age and just wants to go home, but they know
it's very sad to be here.
Extremely sad.
Memsy Moon, your favorite host with a conservative show for people 13 and up.
13 and up?
What?
I
Nobody
thought this
13
was
and up is watching this crap.
I thought this would be like for little kids.
Like 6, 7?
Tops? Yeah, or younger.
5?
Yeah.
And I'm Piper.
Talk about misunderstanding your target audience.
Hide your mouth when you do that. Like, if you've got a puppet, you don't show your mouth moving. It's...
Actually, honestly, I have more respect for somebody who doesn't even try to hide it than I do for somebody who just is very bad at it.
But they might
learn.
learn
About the fact that you're not even trying.
For a person who's incredibly conservative, she does like dressing up as a drag queen.
True.
Okay, just me then. I'm here to keep her.
Actually, that would be ironic. An actual woman who dresses like a drag queen.
MAGA queen. Queen MAGA.
Lady MAGA?
Lady MAGA, that's the one.
No, Lady MAGA is an actual drag queen, isn't she? Like, isn't she actually a guy?
In that case, if you want an example of that, Alison Pregler, Obscurus Lupa, she likes dressing up as a drag queen. She got a few friends from RuPaul's Drag Race who pops in from time to time. So there are women who dress all draggy. They love it. It's fabulous.
Radical on you. It's not easy though. Yikes. If you say so, Piper. So you're on time for a change. I appreciate that. Don't get used to it. I'm a free spirit. I'm like the wind. I haven't seen.
She didn't get the. She could have gotten the puppet that you move its arms like it's at an angle and it kind of goes like. I've messed around with puppets before and. No. I don't know why that, of all things, is triggering me. Just the lack of quality from her puppetry.
That is wrong with this video.
I'm still trying.
Nice.
I'm still having trouble getting over the fact that she thinks teenagers want to watch this.
Oh, want to? No. They're going to be sat down in front of their of the TV or the computer, or else Daddy will take out the belt again.
Oh, no.
You at home all day. What have you been
I mean, we
up
are
to?
talking about conservatives, so.
Oh, I just got back from my Monster Rights Rally.
Monster Rights Rally. Okay, I'm going to say...
Monster for people, too.
So is the whole point of her puppet to make her less right-wing? Like, is the puppet supposed to balance her out?
I think maybe it's a straw man puppet, where it will say something and then she'll discredit it.
Oh, maybe.
Oh, yeah.
Let's find out.
That makes sense.
Ooh, Monster Rights Rally. Now monsters need to fight for their rights too?
Fuck yeah, we do. I mean, they do. There's a reason why you might you've never seen me scroll down the camera too much. I'm just like a collection of tentacles and goat legs. You know?
I mean, that would make this a lot more interesting.
Oh yeah, totally. In that case, you should pan it down a little bit.
Yeah.
Hey, that's for my own. That's my OnlyFans.
Intersectional.
Oh, fair enough.
Oh, she didn't say intersectional, did she?
No, it's in your OnlyFans because of the other things that are in between all the tentacles.
Oh, is there like an octopus beak down there somewhere? Oh, that'd be interesting.
Not just the one. I've had sex, you know. Don't you know how biology works?
Let's just say that some of those tentacles aren't tentacles.
Yeah, I'm a monster and a woman. That's 2 victim groups.
And we suddenly we have been put into a time machine, thrown back, and we're watching this in 2010.
Makes me.
Because these are the same arguments.
Oh, so double victim points. No.
Wow.
It means I'm
victim points. Okay.
and have to fight twice as hard. You don't understand because you are
that's what victim points means.
So you need to keep your opinions to yourself.
Oh, that's what we like. We like when people keep opinions to themselves and don't want to debate them in the slightest. Hey, random alt-writer over there, would you like to debate me? Well, where are you going, alt-writer? I better come back.
Actually, no, what we like even better is when a show tells us to keep our opinions to ourselves.
Definitely.
Let me educate you, and I don't care about your opinion.
How likely do you think it is that I'll keep my opinions to myself? Oh yeah, what was I thinking? You have
Not gonna lie, I like this thing she's got behind there. It's all trippy. So
it's very trippy.
Everything about this is trippy.
Knack for putting your nose where it doesn't belong.
But it's like her wall is having an LSD trip.
Says who? I don't have to be something to have an opinion on something. I have a brain and a voice, and whoever doesn't want to listen doesn't have.
Hi, I guess.
Well, I like how she's going into whoever doesn't want to listen doesn't have to again. Like, she feels persecuted, doesn't she?
She absolutely does.
Have some pretty strong opinions about men when you're not men yourselves. Well, that's different.
Called it straw man puppet.
Well, no, it's not. When you say something is okay for some people but not okay for others, that's called a double standard, and I ain't trying to hear it. Oh, yeah? Well, what? Well, I oughta hype her.
No, let her finish. Well, what does the puppet want to say?
I'm telling you, this show is gonna be a runaway hit with the teens.
No, absolutely. Maybe the same teens who watch Ben Shapiro.
You're a fellow interdimensional
the man whose voice was genetically engineered to be as irritating as possible.
To the lamp!
To the lamp.
Okay.
Oh my god! Did she not edit that out? Did she clearly ended the scene?
No, I think she does that on purpose as a transition. Like, I'm gonna start standing up and then sit down again, and now we're somewhere else.
Oh yeah, that's like that TikTok thing. They do that a lot on TikTok.
Stare into the lamp and let your imagination run free. Allow
a Himalayan salt lamp.
I don't even know if that's what that's called.
New age conservative shit.
Does she have a single room in her house that doesn't have something trippy in it?
I honestly think that she bought all these. Look at those decals back there. Skeletons with like fruit hair. Oh. Her house is far more interesting than she is.
You know, for her house, I would not picture her as conservative.
Right. I think that she bought all this shit when she was working the streets, you know, and now she just hasn't sold.
Like a crazy libertarian.
I mean, her house is very interesting.
The
like,
beaver
she might be semi-cool.
Like, she looks almost like she's like the kind of person who doesn't believe in personal property and that sort of stuff.
The Beaver Clan Gazette. There's a sex joke in there, I guarantee it, but I'm not smart enough.
So, there we are.
Can't quite find
in front of the Beaver Clan Gazette. And we see
having trouble fingering it out.
Georgie there.
Oh my god.
No, Georgie isn't there.
You're on notice, Krendar.
Why don't you just let me tell the story? You can just stand there and look cute. I can do that. So, after exchanging greetings, Luna tells me that she's off to cover a protest that's going on in front of the college. Did you say protest? Now you're talking my language.
Did she make that one herself? And just buy these troll dolls?
Let's go see what this is all
Yeah, that
about.
one looks a little trippier than all the rest.
Well, I'm glad you're so enthusiastic.
I like its numerous eyebrows.
But let's let Luna lead the way.
You know what makes me feel really sad?
Well,
This video probably gets more views than I do.
You and your
I mean, yes, probably.
1,104 views from October, and
that's approximately 1,100 more views than my videos.
Amen, brother.
Same, dude.
Massive
Same.
dislike ratio, though. So at least the people who are watching this are, you know, they're not buying
like
into it. Is that ET back there?
Oh, do you think she's like Jared and people like that whose viewers are like 70% hate viewers?
Oh, I guarantee you that she's got like massive amounts
and
of
Cobes.
Equality down, no hair. We need equality. The thing about Cobes is that he's got he gets a lot of money out of that.
Oh yeah, the donate to talk shit.
Yeah,
come today.
Are rolling in nicely, tubes. But
it's like E.T. and a Mogwai have been fused together and then given Mickey Mouse's like suspenders or pants at the very least.
Having
Oh, that's really
especially
disturbing.
since it's Georgie's day off.
How sad that one is. I don't want to be here.
So do you have an
Neither
idea
do
what this
the rest of
protest
us,
is all
buddy.
about?
God, there's another. So many of them are. I've got a theory. You might call me crazy, but these were real people once that she entraps in the dolls.
Oh, some kind of hoodoo voodoo stuff. Got it.
Yeah.
That's the technical term for it. Yes, I believe.
By the way, at any point has she ever said what
Pretty
this
sure it's
protest is supposed to be
technical
about in this story?
Well, I don't
She just
think so. Oh wait, is this the monsters' rights protest? Are we still on
I
that?
think
Oh,
so.
maybe that's
We
what it
need
is.
equality. No hatelings. What the fuck is a hate? All right, never mind. I know what a hateling is. I've been online.
A small ball of hate?
Small dump stump. That could be sexual. That could be seen as incredibly sexual.
I feel like that's actually supposed to be a not very
Trump
covert
type
Trump
thing?
reference.
Yeah.
Oh, stump! Is their version
Stump is
of
like the monster version of Trump.
But is he like just a stump of a tree that's like rotten orange? Because that would be amazing.
No, that's the real Trump. We're talking about the monster version.
Having a meeting on whether or not they should have something called affirmative action.
Okay, I'm going after affirmative action.
Luna told me. I'm just here to interview beings on both sides of the argument for a balanced story for my paper. Well, I see my people. They're the ones carrying the no hateling signs. Can we go interview them first?
Biased media, that's what she's going to go for. She's going to say that the media is biased pro-protests.
Well, let's find out.
Yeah, let's...
Sure, said Luna. I'm anxious to hear from both sides, I said. I'll follow you two.
Wait, is that
So
meant to be
can
her?
you tell me why you're here today, asked Luna?
I don't know.
Of course I can tell you why I'm here, says one being. I'm here because I want to support diversity. We need to level the playing field for all beings. Yeah, says another. Weebling privilege has kept other types of beings down for far too long.
Weebling. Interesting. It
They
starts with a
deserve
W.
special privileges so they can catch up. I'm for equality
She really
of
doesn't like anime,
opportunity,
does she?
but this sounds like equality of outcome, says Luna. What do you mean by special privileges? We need to lower the test score requirements for certain types of beings so they have an easier time getting into college. What types are you talking about, I asked. Like people with learning disabilities? No, she exclaimed. I'm talking about the poor snoglings and maybe even squinklings too. Yeah, diversity and fairness for...
That's what diversity means. Lowering the bar for others. What? Is this how she half remembered a conversation she was at a protest once?
Yep.
Once, well, probably, maybe
Highest,
inebriated in some kind of faction.
Yeah. All right. I'm picturing this. It's 2012, 2013. She had she was brought over to a house party to entertain some frat boys. Afterwards, she didn't want to go home, so she wandered around campus, protest. And this is how she remembers it, including the wings. Because it was all,
yes.
It was all in the system. I mean, she didn't get paid in money, that's to say.
Fairness, says another. He seems upset by their answer.
Soulless eyes, black like a doll's eyes.
From the other side.
Thing is
How
so creepy.
fair is it to the beings that worked hard to get the high test score, only to have their spot given to someone who didn't earn it? Yeah, says another. And I find this affirmative action stuff.
That's not meant to be a sort of token, their version of a black guy, is it?
Feels a little that way.
Oh, God,
he does stand out, doesn't he? He's their Jesse Lee Peterson. He's their Candice Owens.
You gotta love these people who are trying to be like fair to everybody, but are accidentally being racist in the process somehow.
He does, even though he's only got like some felt on him, he does straight away look wealthier than the other set, doesn't he? Like his dad got him into college.
Extremely insulting. They think I need special privileges in order to get into college?
Yeah,
like I
fucking called it.
Oh, wow.
That's meant to be, he's meant to be a black dude.
Oh, no.
Oh, God.
I can't believe that.
He's an African monster.
Look at the lips.
Oh, God, it's terrible.
No, it looks like she put a coffee bean on his mouth.
Oh,
not
God.
smart enough to do it on my own just because of what I look like on the outside? Are they saying there's something wrong
pull the
with
camera
me?
back a little bit, please.
And everyone...
I'm getting lost in the void of the eyes.
Keep zooming into it, going into his eyeballs.
Beings are put in positions that they're not qualified for. Maybe drop out and be stuck in debt, or maybe get jobs they won't do well at.
I mean, I'm
Hey,
stuck in college debt, so...
Screams someone.
That just means you didn't work hard enough.
Obviously.
Yeah,
Obviously I didn't.
it's your fault. You shouldn't have been buying all those lattes and eating all that avocado toast.
Just said that snotlings aren't qualified for
you're right.
college and won't do well in jobs.
How dare I?
That's not what I said.
That was a very
he
angry
explains.
chair.
Snotlings can do just as well or just as poorly
It hates
as
that it has to
anyone
put up
else.
my ass every
What
day.
I'm saying is that it doesn't matter what color.
Should have done
or
better in
type of
college.
being you are. You shouldn't
So do you
get
think these
special
made-up
privileges
races
because
of
it.
lings
It doesn't
correspond
end well
directly
for
to
anyone.
actual human races, or
When
Absolutely. After that point out,
Yeah.
absolutely.
which ones are
Yeah.
the squigglings? Which ones are the snotlings?
Well, there was one that was like the wigglings, and clearly it was like wiggling privilege.
Yeah, that's the whites.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Snotlings, I don't know, like, I'd have to have them all lined
We
up.
don't have to map it out, but
No.
I'm just saying.
I don't think she did either, full. She was just like this vague sort of like, yeah, we'll make this into the black one. No one will notice.
Okay,
Yeah.
Mimsy. I see where this story is going. Time.
So do I, honey. So do I.
Also, it's physically larger than all the rest of them as well.
I wonder how large in what ways. I wonder if that's animated. Oh my God, she makes it walk. She took it outside.
Monster or not, I would be glad.
She shouldn't be
walk
allowed to
you
go
home.
outside.
She needs to have like a police bracelet on her ankle.
She needs a live-in caretaker.
Bye, Piper. Bye, friends.
Goes in there and just puts a belt around its arm and it starts shooting up. Oh God, I needed that every single time.
All right, where's my little captain? Oh, there you are, Winky.
Oh, don't bring the dog into this. It deserves better.
Oh, that poor
At this point, I would like to remind
Oh my
everybody.
God, look, it only has one eye.
Oh. At this point, I really would like to remind everybody that she said at the beginning, this show is intended for people who are 13 plus. She thinks teenagers are watching this junk.
Yeah, she
Oh
definitely
no, she
led the audience
didn't. What did she?
there.
What did she say that would be justifiable? Oh, there's a bomb. Truth bomb.
Go back to the beginning of let's get the whole truth bomb.
Yeah, let's go right back when she introduces the dog. Which, by the way,
I don't know if you gotta go that far.
Yeah, that poor doggy.
This wonderful country, they all have the same rights.
Kurt Cobain's calling the dog Winky.
Winky the dog.
That as a reality.
Poor little thing, though.
You are the one who's harming them. And I'm talking to you, Oprah.
She just called that Oprah. I don't know why.
Putting Oprah on blast.
Oh, watch out there, Winfrey. That shit is...
Somebody forward this link to Oprah's office. we need to get her response on this.
we could be the ground zero of the new Twitter war between Snotlings Village or Snotlings Valley and the Oprah Winfrey Show.
That would be amazing.
I know there are plenty of people who are in these so-called victim groups that don't buy into this negative way of thinking.
Ugh.
They refuse to
keep the noise down. Metal Monkey's probably asleep in there.
Accept that someone is oppressing
not
them.
Not anymore.
They don't view the world through a racial lens, and they don't live in a racist country like these others say that they do. They realize that taking personal responsibility.
Does she have golden teeth? Like, does she have gold in her teeth, or is that like Cheeto dust?
And like I said to Piper, I'm not saying that racism, bigotry, or any other kind of evil doesn't exist in this world, but why give it your energy? That can only make it more relevant. I have a...
For the views, madam.
It needs to be relevant, though, because if it's not, it's going to continue.
That dog is regretting its life choices right now.
Yeah.
Dude, I would be too if I were that dog.
What do they say, Lush? It's something like sunlight is the best disinfectant.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's just find a way to put it inside our bodies.
We didn't have this racial animosity.
Better yet, let's inject some bleach.
Like,
I hear that does good things.
Lysol, yeah.
This country's even more racist now. It's not really.
Then we'll be immune to COVID.
We've just decided to give it more energy.
Absolutely.
Now people are getting accused of things that they're not even doing, and everyone is getting all defensive and riled up.
That dog is like, why am I here right
hurting
now?
our country, and for no good reason.
I remember when you were cool, lady.
Honestly, what is often mistaken for racism?
You've changed.
Prejudice. I know that doesn't sound much nicer, but it's a survival instinct.
I'm taking all my artworks and leaving. And he just pulls all the really cool art in the house, puts on a little at the rickshaws outside there, the robot rickshaw.
Yeah.
Come on, Raoul, let's go where people can appreciate us more and our lifestyle. Starts licking the side of Raoul's face.
Oh, no.
That's the future the liberals want.
Strangers may have
dogs marrying robots.
Could have meant a
Mexican robots.
Today, a prejudiced or preconceived notion about someone can quickly be alleviated with a few nice words. Don't take it personally and make a bigger deal out of it than is necessary just because...
This is actually something...
Wait a minute. Is she saying don't be offended by people being racist to you?
Yes,
yeah.
She absolutely is.
Is she victim blaming?
She's like, well, don't go crazy over it. You know, it was a mistake. Just say some nice words.
There are assholes out there, but it's your fault for being offended by them.
Yes, that is exactly what she's saying.
Wow.
That we are all just too offended by everything.
I mean, okay, that's... Some people are like that, but this still took a bit of a weird turn that I wasn't expecting.
And, did you think it was going to be so balanced and regular at the start of this?
I mean, I thought it was going to be more... I thought this is weirdly somebody claiming to be conservative, but being really SJW about it.
We had hope, okay? We hoped for the best.
I mean... I was definitely not expecting to get the best of anything. But
she hasn't gotten to the truth bomb yet, though. That's the scary part.
Oh, this is the truth bomb yet? Okay.
Oh,
it's not the truth bomb? Someone who doesn't know you might be looking at you sideways. I get it all the time because of the tattoos. I enjoy showing people that I'm a nice, friendly person despite their preconceived notion that I might be mean or a criminal.
Which technically you were, according to your Twitter. So, and that's okay. You know, this isn't okay. Though. Yeah, this isn't okay. Because although no one's going to show this to their kids, and no one's going to buy your books, and no one's going to give a shit about you, except for people like us who are going like, "What the fuck is this?" Like, no one cares about that. If anything, you could easily work on that to improve your life. Like, I can't believe only a few years ago I was selling myself on the street corner, and now, look at me now. Instead, you're doing this.
So why do people want to be victims?
Gone from one train wreck to another.
Here we go. Moment of truth.
Lots of reasons. You may have heard it said that with great power comes great responsibility. Well, the truth is that some people would rather give up their power over their own lives than accept the responsibility of their own actions.
Pull yourself up by your bootstraps. It's all your fault. You need to take responsibility for your own actions, even when it was completely out of your hands. Her face represents my face right now. Only I would look so much better in that wig.
Give them an excuse for not achieving their goals. Or perhaps it gives them someone to blame their troubles on so they don't have to look in the mirror. It might
Projecting
give them
much?
sympathy and attention. Or it might make them feel like a righteous martyr. Or it could make them feel like they are a part of something.
Alright, I've been noticing something about her this entire video. She has gotten something fundamentally wrong if you want to talk to kids. She is basically giving them a lecture.
Yeah.
She is just telling them a collection of facts as truth with no chance to, like, digest it or process it. Instead, she's basically... No, she's giving them a sermon. That's what she's doing. She's up on the pulpit saying, this is the truth. Which, what did she say at the start of this? Like, you shouldn't listen to people.
Yeah. And it gives them the purpose that they're lacking in their lives.
Ugh.
Am I saying that there are no victims?
It looks like the rest of this is a shill.
Well, no. There are many countries whose governments fail to uphold their citizens' inalienable rights. And we should have compassion for them.
Wakino wants no part of this. We don't want no part of this.
Not many of us are actually victims.
But you know, this is still better than the creepy doll video.
Most things are.
Most things are.
I want anybody who's been wasting
That's a
their
very
energy.
chill doggy, though.
She probably gave it some painkillers beforehand.
On being oppressed.
No, some dogs are just like that. Chill.
Oh yeah.
To being grateful
I don't like the hats. Don't dress your dog.
To being your best self and giving back to
This
your
dog has no
community.
idea what's going on.
And it doesn't matter
He
if you're
does
that
not.
color or you're white or gay or trans or disabled, rich, poor.
I'm kind of digging the
or
wig
a
though.
monster. None of
Yeah,
that
I
makes
expect you to have that wig on next
or
week.
Not special
Well.
or one bit
Got
better
it.
or worse than any other person on this earth.
We'll totally
Next
order
week,
it.
no. The week after, maybe.
How you love
Week
God,
after.
yourself, your family.
Give me some time for
and
that
how
wig
you
to
care
come
for
in.
your community.
Yeah, I gotta get it on Amazon. Make sure it's big enough.
Martin Luther King Jr.
Yeah,
had a
I
dream
have a big
that
head.
One day his children.
Oh, she's quoting
you're
Martin
getting one
Luther
too,
King.
Lush?
Yeah, we should do we should do some sort of co-op where we're both wearing the wig.
Not be judged by the
Well, you're gonna
color
have
of
to
their
have your
skin,
camera on if
but
you're gonna
by
do
the
that, Lush.
content of their character. That sounds like a pretty.
Just have the
Yeah,
camera
I'm thinking
focused
about
on
doing
your
that,
head. just get your camera focused completely on your head and the wig. You can't see your
Head
face.
only.
Dream to
Don't
me.
get to see
Just
the
this.
rest.
Parents, kids, get together and discuss.
Parents, kids get together and discuss. The rest of this is just a shill for her books and what's this t-shirt thing?
A t-shirt.
America, land of the free, because of the brave.
Do you think she's sold a book yet?
Unapologetic. Probably more than Brett Keane did.
You know, people buy some crazy shit because they believe some crazy shit. So I mean, it wouldn't surprise me at all.
It's
Very sad.
It's very sad. She is 2 days ago? Damn. She's still doing this? Oh my god. Look at that hair. Look at it.
There's a lot of it.
So much of it.
Man, how did she get Ryby Jenkins on her channel?
Well, these days Ryby does jump around with a lot of Steven Crowder fans, so maybe it was just only a matter of time.
Oh, is this lady louder with a Crowder?
Oh god, I'd love to see her start by going on like was it Tasho, and then eventually getting onto like she's gonna end up with Joe Rogan at one point. Walk away. A different type of walk away story. Learning conservative values. Practice compassion because jerks need love.
Look at the wig, though. It's so cool.
I think we need to clean out our mental palettes with a little bit of a
certain dancing individual.
Certain dancing individual, exactly. We've promised our guests.
We have
the beauty of this man.
Now
it is now time.
Wait, was beauty the right word? I don't remember beauty being the word.
Not on this, not on her channel. No.
No, there's a very important individual. When I said we have like a bunch of different people, like a different trolls and like, there is a lot of people, like I said, that we also kind of love and admire, and one of which is a very, very well-toned gentleman by the name of Buff Corell.
He's a lovable weirdo.
Is he buff?
He's very buff, and possibly
he's
also
buff. And he's also very Corell.
Now I've got 3 ones here. He has a lore said about him. There is a whole mystery thing. For example, here we call this his jacking off station, but we don't believe it is a jacking off station. But there's always stuff here to imply.
Speak for yourself.
All right, fair enough. So there could be, but I mean, like, also some of that would be for his hair. It's always overly gelled.
Also, admire the fact that he has a portrait of himself above his own bed.
Yeah, I see that. That's impressive.
For some reason, he always films himself through his mirror.
No, actually, I found a video of him at a different camera angle, and there's more pictures of himself. Like, mind truly blown. We can get to that after this one if you want.
It's your boy Buff Corell, baby, back on up the levels. You know, you down. It's your boy Buff Corell. Do tell anybody.
Earlier today.
Yeah.
Now we do it in the ranks. It's your boy Buff Dog. Arm on right. See the pump.
And yeah, I see totally bottles of lotion.
Right. He's even talking to you. He says, roar.
It's highly questionable.
It's saying right. You can't pronounce bicep talk. It's bicep talk.
Bicep talk.
What else is he supposed to do?
Bicep talk. This is hard. Timber and Pala. I think I got that right. The less I know, the better. Joint on karaoke.
All right, let's hear his dulcet tones.
Anyways, now do not get down. Let me make sure I get a rough. So let's get out further ado. Make sure it's right and in tight. Let's go.
He has a ritual he always does
like
before.
A bandana or something on his forehead?
Yeah.
No, that's his hair. Yes, but there's also his hair as well.
Why is it?
Ready, say, go.
That's probably a small mercy.
There you go. Oh, wow.
What was that you were saying about not being able to hear him? That was a small mercy.
Yeah, I regret my life choices now. I regret what I said.
You need to take the full package. Yeah, it's like he focused all on one skill tree, neglecting everything else.
Put all his points into his physical attributes and none into his social attributes.
This is kind of cringy.
Yeah. Welcome to Buff Corell.
Yeah.
He does a lot of these and they're all like this.
Some are far worse, others are surprising. He can pull off some interesting songs.
Can you pause it for a second?
Sure.
Just to explain something really brief. Now, I don't know if you noticed, Lev, but we apparently lost connection to you for like 20 seconds there.
Oh, shit.
So we missed seeing the part of the video where he was doing his warm-up, his vocal warm-ups.
Oh, shit. Okay.
So Blush, he does his vocal warm-ups at the beginning, and hearing the results, I don't understand why he does warm-ups.
Well, he obviously...
But that's what was happening when he walked off screen for a minute. He does his little warm-ups.
He does that for every single song.
Huh.
And then destroys our eardrums afterwards.
See, my vocal warm-ups when I was in choir was significantly different than just that, but
we're actually proper ones, I assume.
Yeah. I think
rather
they
than
were
random noises.
Yes.
I have it muted
very
now.
Proud of them
because we're near the end of the evening and we've got 2 more to go, so you don't need to hear them all the time.
Yeah, I think my ears have been successfully destroyed.
Yeah.
Go to the next one.
Also, this, as far as this goes, oh, there we go. There's a nice little flourish from him. His dancing is just absolutely like insane. But his voice is that of, well, you heard. It's not
ear
quite
splitting. Not quite
the voice
ear
of a
splitting.
tortured
Just
angel.
very. Yes, that's a good way of putting it. We can say that.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. This is it from a different angle from 2013.
Also a long time ago, yeah.
Yeah.
He wasn't as bad
That
back
was like
then.
7 years now. God, I feel old.
Oh, look at this. Look, he's got that many subscribers. He does well for himself.
Also,
on this
he's
channel.
much more intelligible back then.
But he uploads every single
what
day
happened?
and has uploaded every single day.
Like, you know how he usually does like a little preamble before he goes into the song, and he's just basically mumbling nonsense.
Mm.
Back in the day, like years ago, you could actually understand what he was saying.
You know what I've never
I don't
done?
know
I've
what's
never,
happened to him in the meantime.
I've never listened to him like in his very first one, but I mean,
Don't
look
have to
how
play
far.
that older one you were gonna do.
Yeah, but I mean, look how much I have to go back. It's
Right. Yeah, there's tons.
He just this is his life. Every day he gets suggestions from the chat, and then he goes off and does it.
In the house for cheesy for sure.
And it could be any song.
In the back door, in the back door, in the
Back
He sounds
door.
more like a real person now, though, right?
Yeah, he does. Like, it's a completely different person, it sounds like.
July's monsoon season. It's raining like cats and dogs outside. I don't know if that's a good thing or bad thing because I like the cold weather. I like the cool weather, not cold but cool weather. You know what I'm saying? I could take cool weather. And
It's all rambling, but at least intelligible.
Yeah, you can see the progress.
But anywho,
Do you think he's been on some sort of drugs this whole time recently?
Possibly.
They're just like destroying his mind.
I heard the
He can't
argument
talk properly anymore.
I heard the argument that he is like former military. It might explain why his room is so perfectly like
Kind of Spartan, except for the pictures of
Yeah.
himself.
yeah, and maybe he had like PTSD and it just never
It's super
really.
neat. Yeah.
So go ahead and get me on that, hit me up on that. And
We have the same. We've got the same alarm clock.
Hey, that's a pretty basic model. I think I had that at some point.
Put my crib off its style on the motherfucker. Excuse my language.
Oh,
Get it.
he's
How the
sweating.
body looking one more time. Gotta check before I do my thing.
He did. He's thinner as well. He's gotten chunkier over the years, like stronger.
Yeah.
So that's
More
it.
swole.
Yeah.
Wait a second, man. Beef is worthless, man. Beef
But look, see, like you've got him there. It looks like him there in that room, that very same room. And then you have what looks like
Coralception.
and the only time I've ever seen him outside of a gym, like when he's actually in a gym, so he's outside of the room.
Yo, dog, I heard you liked Corel.
Oh, he still does it.
Corel
You
in
can
your
still hear
Corel.
him.
What is he saying? I want to know what he's saying.
I heard
It's
like,
actual
very
words.
agree with the Sororaba. I agree with the Sororaba. That's what I heard.
Kind
Come on now. Should stay. I would own VPN. Your way.
Going over that hair, though.
It was transforming into the gel nightmare it is today.
Yeah.
But I know.
See, he's not too bad. I mean, I
He's
would
bad,
say
but
that's
not as
better.
bad as he is now.
Yeah.
It must
I'll
fuck up
say
his
that's probably
voice.
better
Dancing,
than I
though.
can pull off.
Yeah.
I want the dancing.
Oh, there is some flourishing, but no. He's just waddling right now.
It's like he's transferred his skill points over from one skill tree to the other one.
Hit the reset button.
He only had a few points in singing, but then he moved them over to dancing instead. He's hit the respect button. You know?
Yep. Yeah, I can see that.
I think it's like one of those games that doesn't let you respec all your points at once. You have to do it like a little bit at a time.
Gradually, yeah.
Every time you level up, you can move one skill point from one skill to another. So he had to do it over 7 years.
What'll happen when one day he just doesn't upload? Like
Everybody's gonna be very worried that's what's gonna happen.
Thousands of people are like, "Whoa, no, Buff, are you okay?"
Yeah.
Now we start asking that question.
And you, well, we knew he wasn't okay before, but now he's not okay in a new way.
He'll do well. He'll do well in the COVID lockdown, though. I mean, he never leaves.
Can you imagine actually if he stopped uploading and something actually had happened to him, and his fans checking in to send somebody to look in on him actually saved him? Like his bad videos saved his life one day.
That would be a very wholesome story to read about, though.
It would be. It would be a shame that it happened in the first place, but it would be very nice.
Wouldn't be the first time something like that's happened either. Look at that face.
Oh, he's so passionate. He's so into it.
That's the face I'm making right now.
Oh.
He kind of looks like someone's about to take a shit on him. And he's like, what?
No, I think he's preparing to do it for somebody else.
He's just been asked to do it.
Oh, no.
Was that Queen one is him? Oh my lord.
If there's a song, like he's done the Care Bear song. He's done every...
But Bohemian Rhapsody, though, is nothing sacred?
Nothing. If you ask down in the comments, they'll probably... This is what Freddie would have wanted.
Go back down. Please, Eva, please start selling the posters in the background. Dude, everybody wants to buy his posters.
No response. Damn. He'd make a good buddy. I would buy one and put it back there.
Actually, that'd be a good thing to do for your streams. Make it visible during your streaming.
Just pictures of him?
Just that one specific one that we see right now.
Yeah.
It's all good, but
I could totally see that.
It may be Monday, just, you know.
Because like you said earlier, we know a lot of people that watch like the same kind of shows like Drunken Peasants, and they would all immediately recognize that.
Maybe have like a
just having it there in your camera shot will be an in joke.
Yeah, just have it pressed up back there, and just or like maybe get 50 of them and just put them around the room, and then do a video of just me going down the hall, and I'll turn around the corner, then put them all up, then turn around the corner again. They're all there staring at me.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Without any context, just bringing the camera up, like, what the hell? What the hell? Oh my god! And then I rush into the living room. There's just hundreds of them everywhere.
You could do one of those IRL stream things where you're walking down your hallway with your phone, and as you walk down the hallway, it's just nonstop Buff Corral posters.
And I don't make a single comment about it. Like it's the stream's already been running for like 40 minutes, and I've just been talking normally and go like, "Hey, do you want to come out to the balcony with me? Yeah, let's go." So I pick up my phone and start walking, and it's just a sea of Buff Corral everywhere. And I just stop and go, "You know what? Something feels different today. I know it's because I just had a shave." And the chat's like, "Dude, what the hell?"
Chat's losing their mind.
Buff who? The guy who dances? I don't see that anywhere.
If I said that's a hard word to even spell.
Nice, I like it.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, okay.
I'm too low energy for that, but if anyone else wants to do it, just give me a credit. Yeah, look at the. I've also always wondered what's in that box. There's like so many.
That's where
questions.
he keeps his coke stash.
I'm thinking maybe one day, like he's got like a Medal of Honor in there. Like he just keeps, and he's every time he looks into it, he kind of just flashes back as a Nam flashback to like Fallujah. Could you imagine like you're in Fallujah 2003 or 4 and turning around a corner and then one of the soldiers starts dancing.
Oh, wow. And then you woke up. All right, let's hear how badly this goes.
Graciak.
Scaramouche. Scaramouche.
See, that's kind of on the right track, buddy. You almost got vocal exercises.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe not.
Here's the buff crowd dance.
Oh, yes. When he wants to dance, he can fucking dance.
You got some moves, though.
I know, right?
Like I said, he took all of his skill points out of singing and put it all into dancing. Also, all of his charisma score got dumped out in favor of strength.
I don't know about you, but I got chills.
They're multiplying.
They're multiplying.
I don't know, but yeah, I'm losing my control.
This is one of those songs that's really hard not to sing along with.
I know, right?
I know. Actually, this is going better than I expected.
Same.
It is going better than I thought it would.
It's still bad, but
it could have been so much worse.
It's almost more suited to it because it's almost like the talking song half the time.
Like I've always said, imagine being his neighbor.
Yeah.
Oh no.
His neighbor has a lot of soundproofing installed.
Quadruple ply window.
Quick shot to outside. His neighbor's window is boarded over, and there's a mattress stapled to the outside of it.
Cuts to his neighbor's window, and it's the guy from the start of the show where he's getting out of the building by breaking out through the wall. Oh man, I can't. He's singing again.
Too late. My time has come. Shivers down my spine, body's aching.
Thank you for pointing to your spine so we know what you're talking about.
I think this is how he thinks interpretive dance is.
Yeah, maybe.
Interpretive dance for the blind.
If I had to choose right now, I'd rather be deaf than blind.
Then you're so lucky I didn't put you up to full tonight.
Yeah. I take back what I said earlier.
Yeah, I knew you would regret saying that. It was too early in the song.
Started off okay, but we went pure chorale eventually.
Okay, now he's.
What the hell is he doing?
I believe there was a comment about interpretive dance.
Yeah.
Wow. We've reached a new level of chorale tonight.
Silhouette. He got the lyrics wrong.
Hey, the Galileo is impressive though.
You almost Brett Keane did that at this point.
Imagine Brett trying to recreate this dance. That would require. Whoa, yeah, he's not. Please let us go, Wolf. I feel like we're all like hogtied watching him do this for hours on end.
We're mesmerized by the amazing dancing skills.
I am lost in his
away.
pecs right now.
There's some impressive pecs.
The uppers kicked in.
Yep. Man definitely spends a lot of time at the gym.
Oh, totally.
I wonder if he sings while he does it.
That's how he gets the gym to himself.
I was gonna say, oh, you know what? I think I might hit the pool today. Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
The pool on the other side of the gym complex. But I can still hear him. He's like,
cannot escape.
ooh, he put his own little flourish at the end there.
Very nice.
Make it your own.
That's right.
Oh, Buff. Don't ever change.
That is fantastic, though. I mean, like, it's a little wholesome, I gotta admit.
Exactly.
We've developed a tradition that we always end the show with him.
Yeah.
That is fair.
It puts us in a best...
Do you have anything you would like to tell everybody about?
Yeah.
Advertise for yourself?
Yeah, get the self-shilling going. You'll find the link, her link's in the description below there, guys.
I am really bad at self-shilling myself.
Well, what are you going to be playing on your next video and/or stream, or which one do you do?
I was going to upload videos to YouTube as well, but had some issues with it. So I primarily just stream on Twitch. I do still have to finish Fran Bow, and
when's your next stream?
It's tonight, actually, in about 2 hours.
Me too.
Yeah, I'm not sure still what I'm going to stream. I might just wind up finishing Friendbow. I also need to finish Grim Fandango, which is a fantastic game from 98.
Hell yeah. The remaster or the original?
The remastered. It looks good. I did have some crashing issues playing it, though. And
I heard
wound up
that.
losing all my practice and had to, like, go back through it all over again from the beginning. I was like, no. It's like 2 hours of gameplay. I typically stream for about 3.5 hours during the weekdays. Fridays and Saturdays, it's more like 4:30.
So
and if I get
sounds like
lost
you
in
might
it,
still be live when I finish up mine then, possibly.
yeah, might be. Might have to poke my head in and check yours out too.
Yeah, I'm starting in about an hour and 20 minutes, so
I can catch a little bit of it at least
before you start yours, and then I can say hi after I finish mine.
Yeah.
That sounds good to me.
So let me just see. I'll grab the address while I'm here. /Lush Gaming. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I tried to keep it simple. It's actually an account I made like back in 2017, and I didn't actually get into streaming until maybe about a month and a half ago. I finally picked it up and started going for it again. Had some uncomfortable experiences in 2017, so that kind of kept me away for a while.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, people can be kind of creepers. But it's a lot of fun. I've met some really great people. Some really great streamer friends that we kind of built our own little community, and it's been wonderful so far.
Oh, nice. That's good.
Yeah,
it's always nice when that happens.
It really is. It's great to meet awesome people like I have. I'm very lucky to have at least meet
you seem
good
very
people.
laid back and chill, which is a perfect fit for our low energy show here.
Yeah, I've got a little low energy myself, so I like to try and stay laid back and chill.
Exactly, me too. Like,
Me sometimes.
Like, a little silly now and then, but I'm pretty laid back for the most part. So it's nice to have some people you can hang out with for some gaming and not have people jumping up and down and screaming constantly, you know?
Yeah. I mean, there's a time and a place for it. Sometimes it's great to see people with like the super high energy, but it's just, unless I have like 5 shots of coffee and just got done running for like an hour, that doesn't happen. And I am so sorry if you can hear my cat in the background.
Actually, I can't, and I'm a little bit sad about that.
Yeah, we want Kitty.
I'm glad you can't. He's a loudmouth. He likes to holler for no reason.
That's a cat, yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds like a very cat thing to do.
We love him. He can be a little bit of an asshole. We still love him.
So are you doing more Franbo tonight then, or?
Yeah, it'll probably be more Franbo or Grim Fandango, unless somebody's like, "Hey, come play this game with me." And I'm like, okay.
Yeah, as for myself, I just started playing Nier Automata lately, so that's what I'm doing tonight.
Oh, I heard that's
that
a
game
good
is
game.
weird and actually creepier than I expected it to be.
Have you gotten to the
not very far at all.
All right, so I shan't spoil because I have no idea.
I'm 6 hours in.
6 hours in seems like a good amount.
Oh,
It must be
you've got to play it a lot.
I've gotten just far enough for things to start getting creepy and weird. I expected weird, but I didn't expect creepy.
It gets existential too. There's some strong philosophical themes in it as well.
I will mostly answer your question by saying this cannot continue. That's how far I've gotten.
I don't have a lot of experience with it. I know that they added I played a bit of Final Fantasy XIV, which is like an online MMO, and they actually added elements of Nier into it as far as like different dungeons and stuff. Yeah, so that's about the limit of my knowledge with Nier.
Actually, during my first 3 hours, my first stream of the game, I have already spoken the phrase, "This game is peak Squeenix."
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
Well, I look forward to dropping it on you in a bit.
Yeah, it's been fun. I'll be starting in about an hour, 20 minutes, which I think is maybe about half an hour or so before you're going to be starting. So
yeah, about that.
A little bit of time to say hello.
Yeah,
and if you're still going when I'm finished, I'll drop by, see what's up.
Sounds great.
What are you doing next, Mr. Low Energy?
You know what? I'm kind of up in the air these days. Obviously, Wasted Wednesday and Bearded Ramblings are normal. We have my friend Ashley for next week. That should be pretty fun. However, I think in the next 48 hours at least, I will go on Twitch and game. So there's that. When, how, I don't know. Probably I'll play some Iron Harvest. Go back into that.
Ooh. I've got my eye on that game. That looks interesting.
It's surprisingly harder to play than, or at least it's more not harder. It's more challenging than Company of Heroes or Dawn of War. Even on like the easier settings, it's surprisingly.
I did find Company of Heroes kind of tough, but
later missions. But I'm still
really too hard.
Pretty high early on in the game. And
I found Dawn of War at least a little less fiddly than Company of Heroes was.
Yeah, I never really had that much problems with Dawn of War, except on like the races like the Eldar and shit like that, where you couldn't just smash your way through. But it's great. But the Poles who you start off with, they're interesting, but they're not very tough. So you have to really struggle to kind of think smart with your attacks. So you can't really just bunker down, and I love to bunker down, so I have to rethink about my strategy. But I'll be able to pull it off eventually, statistically, even if I might look at a video online how to do it, just to get through this one mission I'm stuck in right now. Beyond that, I actually might pop into both of yous later, just because I'm kind of wondering what to do with myself for the rest of the evening. So you might see me at some point in the chat.
Low Energy drive-by.
Yeah, they're silent but deadly. That's a Deadpool joke because I'm edgy and cool.
Nice.
No, I'm not really.
I also like the pool.
I wish I had a pool right now.
Kind of awesome.
Yeah, pools are awesome. But let's see, is there anything else? Beyond that, I know I want to play I want to play more throughout the week. So this week you're going to see, probably from tomorrow onwards, you're going to see me on Twitch a lot more. But don't think I'm going to leave YouTube just like fallow except for the 2 times a week. I'll try to do like a balcony stream at some point during the week. And just chat with you about anything. So, eyes on the prize. Check out the links for all of our stuff, including my new Twitter, our Discord. These 2 fantastic human apes own private supply of stuff. And, yeah, this has been fun, Lush. It has been fun.
It has been fun.
So,
it's been a while since we hung out, so
it was, and that's all down to me. If anyone ever thinks that I'm poor at networking ever since I started the channel, oh no, she can tell you I've been poor at networking for years. I just vanished like, into the mist of times until one day I pop back up and people go, "Wow, we all thought you died." You know, like,
yeah, every now and then I'll hear from disappear for a couple of years and come back and be like, "Hey, what's up?" I'm like, "Oh, hey, how's it going?"
Back.
Yeah, that also reminds me, I'm going to try to pop into more Discords from this week onwards. I'm not going to lie, I've been a bit on the old sad train for a little while, so I'm actually off it now, which is great. I'm back on my whole low energy self, so expect to see me more here, there, and everywhere. And if you want to be here, there, and everywhere, check out the links in the description, and don't forget to like and share this chat.
Also, I just want to say hello to David and Carmen, apparently, who dropped by from Lush's community. Hello, welcome.
Guten Tag.
Hey.
Guten Tag.
Hope you are all having a fantastic day. I've been having a fantastic day so far, but I'm afraid it is now time to say low energy farewell. So, Krenda, do you want to say goodbye?
Goodbye, everybody. Drop by twitch.tv/Krender's Adventures in about an hour and 10 minutes and hang out for a bit.
Yeah.
But before Lush starts her stream.
Yeah, steal all of her views before she starts. That's why I don't stream about the same time he does. He devours on Twitch. He devours your viewer base.
I wish.
Yeah.
My mighty monolith of 5 viewers.
Yeah, well, that's only a little bit better than what we got tonight. We all babies. But
it's okay
starting out,
we're gonna get there
someday.
Oh hell yeah! Never let your view count or your viewers put you down. If you enjoy yourself, it could be a viewer viewship of 1, and it would still be great. And Lush,
as long as you are enjoying what you're doing.
Yeah.
And Lush, do you want to say anything before we log out?
Goodbye, everyone.
That's something, I guess.
On Twitch and on Twitter at Lush Gaming, and you will find me. I have a whole bunch of other links on my Twitch channel, to my Discord, to our Facebook group, and yeah, that's it.
Thanks for coming.
Really enjoyed hanging out with you guys.
It's nice to meet you.
Okay.
It's nice to meet you guys too, and I look forward to doing this again sometime. It's
Hell yeah.
fun.
In fact, hold that thought until after we're done. There's something I want to ask about December at some point. But for now, see us all again soon. Bye.